I pulled up to shoot the driver, and when I did, he freaking slipped into the car. I want you on the edge where the demons live. I'll pull you back when I think you've had enough. Like, I just wanted to eat.
Right.
My chief would tell people that. He's like, hey, just feed him.
What do you say to haters that doubt parts of your story? People that thought they were like maybe like people talking online to what they thought was Marcus Luttrell. Do you ever get that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, bro.
Imitating
like
you online. Yeah.
Sure. Like, apparently I'm the go-to guy for the bar scene.
What do you mean?
Like, they'll say like, I'll tell my story, but pretend to be me.
Oh.
To pick up chicks. Which I'm all about. It's fine, dude. I don't care. You know, I mean, power to you.
Yeah. Just don't take money from people.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had an email in 15 years.
Right.
So I don't have to deal with that anymore.
If you're not going through Melanie, then you're not actually talking to the real Marcus Luttrell.
100%. Like, you know, if you're in my circle, because you have a direct line to me.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I don't hand my number out to hardly anybody. Like, you got to put work in for me to become that to you. Like, where I check on you, like where I go out and do that.
Yeah.
And that's just because I've been through the ringers, man.
Yeah. Well, you check on me, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's almost like God like orchestrates that time frame right at this. Like, oof. I remember I was on a trip. I was coming back from a booth, and you called me, and it was on a Sunday. You're like, I was just seeing if you were in church. And I was like, no, actually. And you were like, well, you need to, be sure you're at the house when you need to be at the house. And don't forget to take time in the morning. You said like, it's quiet. Nobody's awake. Take some time for yourself in the morning. I was like, dang, that's good advice.
Yeah, man. That's why I get up so early. It's the best. You get more done. There's like 3 days in one day if you get up early.
I can't get this off my mind, so I want to talk about it first. But you just fasted for 40 days.
Yeah. What's
up with that?
Yeah. Faith thing. Trying to go closer to the man.
Yeah. When
that's what Jesus had to do to grow closer to God. This is what I had to do to grow closer to Jesus. Like, there's actually tests in the Bible. They're not written out as like a logic, like test. Like, it doesn't say test above it, but if you read it enough, and that's what it is. Like rites of passage.
Mm-hmm. Dang. What did you drank water, I'm assuming?
Water, yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Please walk me through this.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. We'll get into it all you want. Are we going right now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're on? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's back it up a little bit. It's a good thing we tape. So, I guess in 2015, what was it, 2017, we got rid of coincidences down here on planet Earth, right? Have you ever had a coincidence and you're like, it's just a coincidence? Well, if enough of those happen, then you realize you kind of getting put into a certain order, right?
Why was it 2017 that we got rid of them?
I don't know, man. I just feel like, I started coming to, that's why, like, faith started grabbing a hold of me. Like, I realized that I was supposed to be going into a different direction.
Okay.
And, because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't grow up with faith at all.
Okay.
I like to tell people, man, I was raised by Darth Vader. I walked the edge. I remember when I joined the SEAL teams, my chief walks up to me. He's like, I want you living on the edge where the demons live. I'll pull you back when I think you've had enough.
Whoa.
And I remember that was the sexiest thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, there's actually a place, the United States is great about it. They've developed it for the people who, I mean, if you go any further, you could have been a criminal. But like, if you want to be a good guy, there's places for bad attitude guys to do good things. And you can find that in the military. In the SEAL teams. That's where we found it. In SF. That's where they kind of hang out. And I knew there was a higher power. I just didn't understand the faith. Like, I didn't understand what that meant and how to apply it.
Okay.
And I've had a hard life, but I've had great teachers in my life. All my teachers were great. I mean, anybody God put in front of me, man, to teach me something, they were the best at it. I mean, they could speak to me. And I've truly been blessed like that. And I ask people now, the young ones, I'm like, hey, man, if you knew that I was going to give you a hard life, but everybody I put in your life was going to be the best at it, would you want to do it that way? And I was like, absolutely. So that's kind of, and once I started seeing that, it made living a lot easier, because there's a difference between surviving and living. And I was just surviving. You know, like when you wake up every morning and you don't have Jesus and he's not walking with you, then you're trying to survive.
Mm.
And when things go wrong, it consumes you, and the fear and all those emotions come in there with it. But once you get on this side of it, that doesn't happen. It's almost like a test that you were designed for. Like you want to get into it, the battle, right? And if you knew that you were a warrior for it, and it's funny because I run across a lot of Christians like, hey man, once I became a Christian, life got hard. I'm like, yeah, it says that.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like what kind of freaking warrior are you? And a matter of fact, it's just kind of, I use the analogy like boxing. I'm like, hey man, you know, after you've had one fight, the next fight coming at you is going to be harder, not easier. That's what makes you a better fighter. And that's what prize fighting is all about. So that's how this works. I mean, like you'll deal with a situation in your life or a human being God will put in front of you, and you step up, you help them out, you deliver your word, whatever was going on in your system, and they kind of sparked it in there. And I've run across so many people. This is when I started seeing it. Like people like, hey man, I'm glad you said that. I really needed to hear that. They normally don't say that right then and there. They come back with it. Like, hey man,
That's
I don't know if you
point.
remember this a few years ago, man. You said this to me, man. It freaking hit me hard. That happened to me a few times. I started picking that up. And then I actually started looking at the individual I was talking to, and you can watch their eyes. I kind of like this phrase in my head when I was going through sniper school. They teach us lights up, lights down, sights down. I do that for people too. Like if you're ever talking to somebody and that tingle goes off in your body, like you know that the spirit pushed them there, and then you say something to them and they light up. I'm like, throw your sights up. Go to work on them, man. Hunt them suckers down and deliver the word to them.
Dang.
And if they shut down, if the lights go down, your sights go down. It's kind of listen instead.
Dang, that's good advice.
You know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
And when he told me that, I was like, oh, okay. Because he started speaking all it took was somebody who understood the faith to speak to me in my language. And then I was like, oh, I could never hear you. I couldn't, you know what I mean? I was like,
Right.
it's perspective. And I was like, I could never hear you. And it took somebody that walked the same line that I did, that understood it to teach me and to get me into it. And he explained it to me. He goes, you know, there's three kinds of people down here. There's the minds, the bodies, and the spirits. It's like, hey, you work your body out, obviously. You work out. You can see that when someone walks through the door. Like you can physically see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's stuff that comes with that. And he was asking, he was like, hey, so what gym do you go to? What's your physical gym? You CrossFit? You Spartan runner? You jiu-jitsu guy? What is that? How do you, because that trains your body, what you have to do down here. Life's designed to kill you. Your body's your avatar that carries your spirit. You might want to hook it up, right? Feed it right, exercise it, keep it in shape like a pony.
Yeah.
And then when he started talking about, you know, you got your mind, your mental gym. What school do you go to? What philosophies do you read? What books do you read? Where'd you go to college? Well, that's your mental gym, right? What people do you hang around? And then he got to my spirit. He's like, well, how do you train your spirit? I'm like, I don't know. What are you talking about? And he goes, well, even people who don't understand faith, we talk about it. And it's like, hey, that guy's got a wild ass spirit in him. He's got a crazy, you know, if you go too deep with it, you can be, he's possessed by a spirit, right? It's like, okay, but everyone knows he's got a wild spirit, or he's got an unstoppable spirit, or an unbreakable force inside of him, right? And everyone's is different. Like, hey man, you get him happy, this happens. If you get him mad, this shows up. And he goes, but when it comes to the faith, man, he was like, what's your faith gym? Like, you a Baptist, Presbyterian, Methodist, you're a Catholic? What are you? Where do you go to train your spirit? I was like, I don't go anywhere. I've never had to train it. He goes, well, you should. And he goes, the manual is the Bible. And then I heard it said the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth. And I thought that hit me. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. And then Mel started talking to me. I'm a Catholic. She goes, you love tradition, you know, your military, your martial arts, your boxing, and all that stuff like that. He's like, you love all those protocols in place, and they've been around, they've been road tested. And I was like, that's the same way with this. So that's how I got into that. And I didn't know that every time you read the Bible, it said something to you. It said something different at a certain age, like the same thing. Like you read one verse at a certain age, you read it again, and when you've gone through something, you're at a different age, it says something completely different. It's because your perspectives change, you kind of grow. And then I had one person tell me, he goes, hey man, he's like, when you walk out to your truck, you got an owner's manual in there? I was like, yes, sir. It's in the glove box. He's like, how many times you read it? I was like, I've never read it. He goes, no one ever does. No one reads it. I don't know why. I don't even know why it's in there, but it is. And then he goes, how do you learn how to drive your truck? How do you know how to operate it? I was like, well, I guess I watched somebody, my father ahead of me, I watched him do his thing, and then you pick some stuff up here and there. He's like, exactly. It's kind of how it is with the faith. It's like you just kind of pick things up here and there from other people, and then you watch somebody above you do their thing, or they'll say a certain thing, and then you'll regurgitate it. He's like, but if you ever actually sit down and read the manual, you can't believe what that does for you. It changes everything.
Right.
He's like, you pick up the little details that you normally wouldn't. It's all in there. And I also had somebody, I made a comment about a Bible one time, about the Bible, and somebody goes, you ever read it? And I was like, no. And he goes, well, how can you comment on it? Just read it. Start there. And I was like, okay. So I started reading it, and I've read it multiple times now, and now I study it. That's the difference. He was like, just read through it, and then afterwards go back and start studying it. And then one of my instructors goes, you ever seen anybody who trains in martial arts their whole life, but they've never been in a fight? There's two different types of people.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between training that and then actually having to use it. Like when it shows up and you got to apply it, everything's different. And it's the same way it is when you're doing the faith, when you're preaching the word. It's like somebody will ask you a question and you'll study and study and study until they show up and they start kind of beating on you. Like they'll verbally start an assault back and forth. He's like, hey man, you ever seen anybody have to do that for the first time? It's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Like it takes practice. And that's what everyday life is.
So that started in, what was significant about 2017?
That's kind of when I started. I made the transition in my mind. Like I knew that I was looking for my new purpose in life. I'd been out of the military for a while. The kids were online. Everything was kind of settling down there. I heard it said the two greatest days of your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. And it's split into the first 40 years of your life or kind of training. It's road testing. They say that gold is forged in fire. The hotter the fire, the purer the gold. And the first 40 years are for that. Like you're trying to figure out the man you're not. And it had come along. I was trying to find a new reason, a new purpose. And Mel got us back into the church, and I started studying. And I heard this the other day. I'd never heard it before. It's like, hey man, if you read the Bible once a week, it's probably not going to do anything for you. You read it twice a week, probably not, but if 3 times, 4 times, you start picking that stuff up, it starts to set in. And I know that works because of what I did in my previous job title in my career. Like it consumed me. Whatever I was in, I read it every day. I looked at it, hung the pictures on my wall, like studied it and train it till you become it. And then eventually it just takes over and there's nothing left of the old person. And I know how that works. I mean, I'm proficient at that. So I was like, all right, man, I'll do that with the faith. Let's go. And that's when I started, was back in 2015, 2017, in between those, that 3.5 year stretch right there. It kind of started on me. And it was a baby step process, obviously. And when it came down to the fast, I guess I kind of cut off track for a little bit. But
No, I don't mind the backstory because I was very genuinely curious and I assumed it had something to do with your spiritual journey.
I did, yeah. And kind of all roads led me to that. And I wasn't going to do it. This is the funny part about it, is I had planned on doing it during Lent next year in 26. And I remember my brother came up to me and he goes, hey man, I'm thinking about doing another fast. And he's a ultra athlete, he runs and swims by. He's a badass. Like my brother's a badass. We're twins, but he's a straight up badass. And he had been doing these 3-day fasts and these 7-day fasts and 10-day fasts off and on for a few years. And to me, that was the craziest thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even go 24 hours without eating.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when I was in the SEAL teams, it didn't matter where we were at, where we were sleeping, what was going on, just as long as I got a chance to eat. It didn't even have to be good food. Like I just wanted to eat.
Right.
My chief would tell people that. He's like, hey, just feed him. And he'll be fine. Hand to God, that's how that worked. He's like, just as long as he's got some food, he'll be fine.
Yeah, so that was what made the week on the mountain so miserable.
Yeah,
he didn't get to eat.
Yeah, and when they did bring me the stuff, it was just kind of like
gerbil food,
piece of meat and warm goat's milk, which that's a whole other story altogether. Oh my God, dude! I came home the other day, bro, and my mom had put some goats in the pasture out on that right pasture over there. And when I drove down the driveway, I could smell them. And it just took me straight back to the war.
Did it really?
Oh man! And I was like, hey man, you got to get the
Get the
damn things out of here, man. I was like, I love you. Nothing personal with people who love goats, but man, it doesn't do well by me at all, man. It took me straight back to the war.
Gotta get these goats off the property, Mom.
Damn things out of here. And isn't that funny?
That's hilarious.
Dude.
Yeah, my buddy, when he came back, he said that like he was like driving around a random box that might be on the road, just like out of habit in case there was something in it, like a IED or something. But that's even a deeper track. Like you can't even smell a goat.
That's a real thing too. Like the boxes, the trash on the side of the roads and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember all that.
I hope you're enjoying a ranch fuel as you're listening to this episode of Rodeo Time. Use code DALE on ranchfuel.com for 15% off, old son. Drink up and use code DALE on ranchfuel.com. Ever since I started riding bulls and punching fools, I've been wearing an American hat because I'm an American. I actually wore a different hat before that for the longest, but then my mom got a job. So wear an American hat, old son. Otherwise, you ain't no cowboy.
Your brother, he's badass. Yeah.
So Mel was out of the country, and and I was having dinner with my brother one night. And he's like, "Hey, I'm starting my fast. I'm going 7 days." He goes, "Why don't you just go 3?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know, man. All right, I'll do 3." So I go home that afternoon, lay down, wake up next morning in it. Like I'm kind of starting it, right?
Hungry.
Just hungry. That part's for real.
Yeah.
And I just kept telling myself, so I had to have a plan, a protocol. And I didn't have any of that online yet. I didn't know how to do this. And in the Bible in Matthew, it talks about you're not supposed to tell anybody. Can't tell anybody you're doing a fast.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
Yeah, you don't want sympathy.
He goes, man, if you start having some problems, man, go wash your face and comb your hair.
Yeah.
So every time I'd get hungry, I'd go wash my face and comb my hair. I mean, I followed this because it's pretty vague about fasting in the Bible.
Yeah.
Moses did it, and the boss did it, but it doesn't really get into a lot of detail about it. I mean, it talks about a couple day fast and this, that, and the other. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I got to have a plan. So in the morning, I'd wake up, I had 1 cup of coffee, black. And then at 10 o'clock, nothing before 7 and nothing after 10. No coffee. In that little window, I was allowed to have a cup of coffee. And then at 10 o'clock, from that point till 5 p.m., I would slam a bottle of water every hour. So I had my watch. I had that Garmin watch on. I set it every hour. I'd slam a bottle of water. And day 2 is kind of rolling through it. The hunger pains set in. Like it's an actual physical pain. Hunger is a physical pain. Right. You've been doing it since you were born. You've been eating since you were born. It's actually good for you. All the nutrients and everything that goes in there. So everything in your mind is telling you to hey, let's get something to eat, man. And it'll start rational. It'll try to get rational with you. Like it'll start. It's the weirdest phenomenon. It switches. It starts talking to you. Hey, bro, it's about the time we normally eat. That kind of thing. And so that second day, I was just like, I'm a muscle. I just got mad at it. I was like, okay, let's just get through this, man. I was hungry all day. I went to bed. I woke up day 3, and I wasn't really hungry in the morning. It was pretty crazy. But what did happen was I was really dizzy. And when I would bend over to grab something, to put my shoes on or something, I'd get dizzy and kind of wobble a little bit. I felt like I'd been taking too many Vicodin. It was kind of that feeling. It was just I couldn't shake it when it would go down. So I was moving around kind of slow, and I was with my brother on day 3, as a matter of fact. And he goes, "Hey, it's day 3. I'm going to day 7." He's like, "You can duck out and start eating again." And I was like, "Man, I ain't no bitch, dude." I was like, you kind of pull my card. And I always heard if you get to day 4, it switches. You go into ketosis. I think you're probably going into ketosis on day 3, actually. That's what that is, that feeling. And with every man that I've ever walked into, when you work really hard at something and to accomplish something, you want to feel it too. And if a feeling goes with it, that's how you actually know. So in my head, I was telling myself all these pains that I was experiencing were me transitioning to that new phase, which made it better because then I got excited. I was like, well, I'm going into something new. It's going to be good.
Oh, so, I see.
Yeah, completely changed the way I thought about it. And it was the day 3 was a pain in the butt. I just went to bed, and even trying to go to sleep was kind of tough. Because
I imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're really hungry. And I woke up day 4, no hunger, and then I was in ketosis, complete ketosis, and autophagy started to set in. So my body started eating itself, and I could feel that. And bro, it gave me an energy like you couldn't believe.
Really?
I had this clarity. My mind, I woke up with it. It was great.
Dang.
It was phenomenal. And the focus I had, I started cleaning everything. Cleaned out the closet, the trucks, the barbecue pits. I cleaned out the barn. You saw that.
No kidding.
And here's the deal. Like when I started, I couldn't stop. It was almost like being on some Adderall, but like pure. It was the best.
Wow.
And I woke up with this, like I said, crazy energy and crazy focus, but my strength started to go away because energy and strength are 2 different things. And that lasted. And then we got to day 7 and my brother was like, well, I'm ducking out. And I just happened to look, because in my mind from day 4 to day 7, it kept saying, and every time I would pray, I started praying every day, all day long. If there wasn't another human being in front of me, I was praying.
Mm.
And then if a human being showed up in front of me, I would just listen to what they said.
Very simple.
I was like, it was that easy. Well, then Morgan, like I said, he was ducking out, and he's like, okay, let's go. But for whatever reason, 40 days in my head kept coming up. So I just happened to get on my phone. I couldn't remember when we started, so I asked my brother. I typed in, what's 40 days from this day when I started? And it just so happened was on my 50th birthday.
Ooh.
So I was kind of like, well, that's kind of, I'm starting over at 50. I was like, it's kind of maybe God's pushing me in this direction. Just when I show up to 50 years old, I'm in this great a shape. So I was like, okay, I'm going. I was like, I'm pushing. And in my mind, I was like, there's no sense in going back. I was like, why would I want to start over and go to go through that again? And I got to day 11 and it was tough.
Really?
Yeah. Temptation. This was my first temptation showed up.
Mm.
And it was hunger pains and food. Like the actual food itself started showing up.
So it took 11 days for you to get hungry again? Or like, because you said day 4, you're not necessarily hungry.
Yeah,
but,
I wasn't hungry.
But was it popping in
Well,
here
okay,
and there?
so when I mean temptations, I mean around me. Like everybody around me was, hey, let's go eat, let's do something. And then I was watching sports. Every commercial on during football is food.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome. Like cheeseburgers and pizza and hot wings.
Yeah.
And then I was driving down the road one time and like the food temptation, it's very visual. And like I could smell everything. And matter of fact, what happens is you start seeing how much everyone eats when you're not eating. It's kind of like when people quit drinking and they see how much people drink.
Uh-huh.
Try not eating food. Everything everyone does revolves around food.
Right.
Like if you're bored, you'll go eat. If you want to go, hey buddy, you call your buddy up. What are you doing, man? I don't know. Let's go get something to eat. Cool. Let's go. Even if you're not hungry.
True.
Yeah. You can't believe how much people consume.
Yeah.
And you don't need to do that.
But you start realizing it when you
start to see it because when you take it away from you, because my body was doing everything, the devil shows up. It's like, hey man, are you sure? Come on, let's get some food right here. I'd be driving down the road in a truck with a cheeseburger on the side of it would fly past me. And then I remember Mel and I were going to New York City. So I got trapped on an airplane for 3.5 hours.
Ooh.
And they were serving lasagna and meatballs.
Oh
So I was in
my
this
gosh.
cab and the smell was heightened. And I got to it might have been day 13. I think it was day 13. I was dreaming. So the one thing that really happened to me that was awesome was my sleep.
Oh, really?
It was incredible.
Once you could fall asleep.
No, you go right to sleep.
Okay.
Like you just fall completely to sleep very quickly. Like I
Okay.
had this crazy energy, but when I laid down to go to bed, boom, I was out. And I would sleep 3 hours of REM sleep every night and 3 hours of deep sleep. So 6 hours of deep and REM sleep every night. That's where my watch is tracked. When I would wake up, it'd have 100% completely balanced on my watch. Yeah.
Dang.
And I would get up 5 and 6 times a night to go to the restroom because I was drinking so much water. And then I would fall back asleep into the dream I was in. So I was basically sleepwalking. And then I would get up completely rested. And I hadn't felt that since we were kids. And when I told you my focus was on point,
Uh-huh.
when remember when we were kids, it didn't matter if you were playing in the dirt, whatever it was, you were completely into it, having a great time with it. That joy that goes into every moment that you're in. I had that back.
Yeah, careless.
Yeah, I got that back.
And so you're just doing 1 cup of coffee per morning?
Yeah. And then at 5 o'clock, I would drink hot water with some Himalayan sea salt.
Okay, I was going to ask about electrolytes.
Yeah, and some lemon.
Okay.
What helped me too is I was watching Rogan right before I started, and Kevin James was on there.
Right, yeah. And he fasted.
He talked about his fast.
Right.
And then he talked about how his prayer, and then his daughter, and then he was, I didn't know anything about him and that. But he was talking about that. I'm a big fan of his.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, and I remember he said to Joe, he goes, when I get serious and I lock in, it's game on. And I felt that. I was like, I know how to do that. And every time I would start to get, that's crazy. I never thought I'd tell anybody this, but every time I'd get a little weak, I'd think of Kevin. I'm like, man, he motivated me, man. He's like, he just did it.
Yeah, if King of Queens can do it, surely Marcus Luttrell can.
And, and I didn't say it like that. But so he helped me through that, man. He kind of especially in the beginning when I first started getting into it. And so what I did with that hot water and that sea salt was I told myself that it was chicken noodle soup. Like I'd trick my mind. And then if my stomach started hurting, I just would tell myself that I got some bad food and I wouldn't want to be hungry anyways.
So one thing that I've since 2023, I've been predominantly on carnivore diet.
Mm-hmm. And
as weird as it sounds, I do like somebody will put a dessert down, chips and salsa, and they'll be like, "You want some?" No, but it'll make me happy if you eat it. Like there's this new. It's
absolutely.
not that I'm not like weird, like I want to watch you eat it kind of thing, but it's more like
I want to watch you sleep. That kind of weirdness.
Yeah, not that kind of weirdness. But like, I'll be happy if you eat that cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Like somebody needs to eat that cookie. I'm not going to, but somebody does.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah.
So that day 13, when that energy shift happened again, and I remember this happened to me 3 different times. In my dream, and they were vivid. I mean, it was like it was real. There was something, I was standing somewhere and there was something on a table and I picked it up and started eating it.
Oh.
And I'll never forget this, man. In my dream, when I was chewing the food, I could see Jesus out of the corner of my eye. I couldn't see him completely, but I knew he was there. And I felt such shame.
Oh.
The shame.
Yeah.
And he goes, what you just ate will only last for about an hour. You're going to be hungry again. He goes, you make it through this. He's like, I'll give you something that you'll never hunger for again.
Mm.
And I woke up immediately with shame. And no hunger pain ever came back. And that happened to me in my teens, my 20s, and my 30s. Came to me and did that to me.
Jesus was in a dream?
Yeah, in my dream. And because I'd pick something up to eat. I was so hungry. I'd pick something up to eat it, and I was chewing on it, and I could see him out of the corner of my eye, and this is what he would say to me.
Oh, so you've had this dream before the fast happened?
No. During the fast, 3 times.
Okay.
In the fast.
Gotcha.
In my teens. I'm sorry. In the.
Sorry, I thought you meant like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not my real
in
teens.
the teen
20s,
days.
Yeah, in the teen days, and the 20 days, and then
gotcha,
the 30 days.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's when that happened.
I was like, what a deep story we are getting.
Yeah. No. Remember, because before the fast, I was like, I would have never done that.
Yeah. I got you.
But when I would wake up, because I'd wake up immediately afterwards, and I could still feel the guilt of having something to eat.
I see.
And then I could just.
But it gave you motivation to push through.
100%.
I see.
And then what you're talking about with, hey, like I'll watch you eat that. That happened to me. So I started cooking all the meals. Once the food temptation, that was my first temptation, was food. I was like, you know what? I'll just start cooking. I'll cook every meal. And then after I would get done cooking dinner, I would sit down on the chair and watch food videos until it was time to go to bed.
Yeah, so that's when the first thing I saw, like Melanie posted, and I want to say it was like day 27 or 28.
Yeah.
And she posted, there was TV was on, and she went over to you, and you were watching a steak getting cooked or something.
Did you see that guy's way he did that? Like, I want to be his best friend. I mean, the way he was making that stuff. I found, you can't believe what kind of food videos you can find. You look hard enough. And I was scouring the internet for food videos. And
yeah.
it was, dude, bro.
a lot of people's algorithms might be girls, it might be, but Marcus's is just steaks and food.
Food, yeah. And I had this crazy fried chicken kick one week, man, that got on me, and I was looking at in Harlem, in New York, there's some great chicken places. And then I had a seafood run for about 4 days.
God, that's funny.
And then, dude, have you ever been to the Golden Steer in Vegas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one time.
With the huge lobster tails and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, I got on that one for a while, too.
That was when I texted you, or you texted me. You were checking in,
That's
and
right. I was like, bro.
I was like, I'm in Vegas. He was like, have you been to the Golden Steer?
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. So that would happen to me. And then I would just go till I passed out, went to bed.
Yeah.
And then I would sleep, like I said, like a champion, and then wake up ready to go. And I was still working out for the first part of it, but I was getting so weak because I started losing 2 pounds a day.
Mm.
And ketosis was great. The autophagy started eating all my fat away, and everything that just kind of dropped off of me. And anything that was bad in me is gone. I did my blood tests before I went in. I did them when I went after.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What did that show?
Oh, bro, my doctor's freaking out. He's like,
really?
He's like, your freaking levels are insane. My LDL dropped 50%.
What?
Like 50 points.
How many pounds did you lose?
70.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I was pretty happy where I was at. Because I was born little bitty, skinny, twin. I was a hard gainer. I couldn't put weight on. So I was real happy about being big.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't a 6-pack guy growing up. I just wanted to be big. And, but I couldn't keep it on. It just, it started with 1 pound a day, and then it went to 2 pounds a day. There was a couple of days where I would get into 3s and 4s, but for the most part, it was 2 pounds a day.
Wow. 70 pounds.
And then when I got to day 33, and there was that last week, I just went into autopilot. I looked at it like grad week in SEAL training. The last week of SEAL training is your grad week. It's still sucks. You're still getting beat on, but you know that you got a week left. So I kept thinking about that, and all the way up to the day of my birthday. And oddly enough, my birthday was my 40th day, but it was my 39th night. So I couldn't eat on my birthday. And we had everything I love to eat, and all my buddies were around, everything like that.
Yeah.
But I was so... I didn't realize what I had accomplished. That didn't set in yet. Matter of fact, I'm still in my refeed right now, so it hasn't hit me. But I knew that I'd done something pretty major. And I woke up that 40th, the next morning, November 8th. I woke up, and I got to have some bone broth. And it was the best ever. It was the best.
Did you not, I guess Hell Week probably didn't come to mind as much because y'all ate during Hell Week.
Constantly. Yeah, they feed you a lot, like 4 times a day. That's the one thing you get is food.
Plenty of food.
Yeah, fuel.
It seems as though maybe I was reading, this is just a side fact, but like maybe it was your book where it was like y'all ate like big meals, but did they switch it to like MREs now?
Like today, you mean?
Yeah, like these days.
Depends on what phase you're in. They're pretty big about, especially during Hell Week, to get those calories and carbs in you.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know, waffles, steak, ice cream, all on one plate. Just kind of shoveling it in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But so I guess Hell Week wasn't as big of a motivator that you had to reach down and remember, because that was
my physical challenge.
Yeah, gotcha.
That when I was going through the fast, it had a lot of reflecting time, and a lot of the stuff started coming up in my mind that I hadn't thought about in forever. And it was my phase tests, and my physical phase test was SEAL training. It was SEAL Hell Week. And then the mental part of that was when I went through a week in Afghanistan out there in the village after all my buddies had died. And then my spiritual test was my 40-day fast. And it was telling me, this was in my head. I was listening. This is what I kept hearing all over and over again. It's like, you can do this, you can make it. And
you think so the physical, the 40-day fast was harder, the same, easier than those other challenges that you had?
It was affecting me differently because I was coming at it from a spiritual side. So it was a completely different pain, a completely different temptation, and lift, if you will.
So was the temptation to eat
That was the first one.
Not similar, or was it similar to the temptation to quit during buds?
Oh, I understand. That's a great question. Yeah.
Because they're both optional.
No, it's that strong. Absolutely. Because
on the mountain, it's less option. It's like, no, to live, I have to do this.
Right.
But like in buds, like, yeah, you can quit all you want.
Sure. But then there's a part of you that knows that it's not worth quitting. It's worth sticking it out.
You're letting yourself down.
Yeah. I couldn't even imagine what that would feel like. I've seen guys that have done that.
Right.
And it eats at them worse than anything.
Well, it makes sense that you made the 40 days because you also didn't ring the bell.
Yeah. That was the hardest part is remember I couldn't talk about it. So every time, and it's a lot easier to go through hell when you got a buddy.
Ah.
That's why in SEAL training, you got a swim buddy and there's somebody there with you, suffering with you. And when you're going through pain or somebody suffering with you, it helps. Because especially if you're focused completely on them, it like alleviates it. It's like you toss your pain onto them and it goes away.
If your productivity and efficiency, or however you want to describe it, on a day-to-day, when you do eat at least 2 or 3 meals a day, if that's 100%, what was your productivity on, let's say, like day 24-ish or day 17?
Oh, the fast or the refeed?
Like during the fast, compared to like a normal day. Like how much less productive were you in the middle of the fast than your normal?
More productive.
You're more productive.
My focus was, before the fast, I would try and do 2 or 3 things at a time during the day. I would start one and I'd kind of get halfway into it and then I'd go shift to something else, or something would pull my attention away from it. Not during the fast. Like I'd start something, I wouldn't leave till it was done.
Gotcha.
But then the want was there.
Gotcha.
And the energy level was crazy in ketosis. And I was happy too. Well, that was the craziest thing about it, man. I was extremely happy.
So a lot of people, I feel like fasting has gotten real popular lately with for the health benefits. Like people are saying that it really drops your chances of getting cancer and all kinds of stuff like that. Was that something that was even on your mind before or during, or?
No, I didn't know anything about that. Like I said, it was pretty vague about fasting, and I never even thought about doing it. That was the most insane thing ever. But while I was in it, I obviously started studying about it, what autophagy does. And I know there's not a lot of tests out there that have been done. Like I'm pretty sure you don't have to go 40 days to get the benefits of a fast. You just don't have to do that. I think it's 4.
Right.
4 days to 7 days where it'll go in and chew everything out of you. And I felt that. Like there's some stuff because I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That goes away.
You? Yeah, it's a good point.
But in the beginning, when I was drinking all that water and stuff, there was some stuff that happened to me that I knew that I got rid of that were probably killing me. Without getting too much graphic detail. I was like, hey, look, man, because I could physically see. I laid eyes on it. I was like, man, well, I hope that wasn't in me. But,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
And you feel better. But physically, emotionally, and just mentally, you feel so much better.
Man, I've been on the edge of doing this for a while now. It's one of the reasons I wanted to sit down, because 40 days is insanity. Cole asked me on the drive down, he's like, do you think you would ever fast for 40 days? I was like, man, I don't know. That's like asking, there's people that run a 5K, there's people who run marathons, but that's like asking, ultras. Would you ever do an ultra?
Ultra, yeah.
Like, I feel like there's that few of people that have probably fasted 40 days.
Okay, so this happened. I had that fear too. But I had to put everything into God. I was like, Jesus, you got to take control of this, man. I was like, I don't know if I have the wherewithal or the mental fortitude or stamina to do that. I was like, 'cause I can physically get afraid. It was a fear that went with it. And then whenever that would show up, when I would get into it, he'd start talking. I could hear this voice saying, hey, we got this, man. Don't worry about it. One day. You can do one day.
Is that you talking, or you're saying that was the Lord?
In my head. I could just hear that over and over again.
Gotcha.
It's like you can't hear it, but you can. That voice that shows up in your head. And I was just like, okay, I can do this. I'll get through it. And then the pain would go away. Immediately when I hit a knee and started praying, or walk outside, start talking out loud, I'll be like, God, I need some help here, man. The hunger is getting to me. And it'll go away.
Dang.
And then I know the fear of the unknown. That's why you're supposed to just give it to him.
Yeah.
Like what you're afraid of, it talks about it all the time in the Bible, bro. You're not supposed to be afraid if you're walking with him. And if you're giving it up for him and doing that for him, you don't think he's going to show up?
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
That's the only point.
Yeah.
And he kept talking to me, and my whole life is like, hey, man, you got to meet God halfway. And I'll never forget this, man. I was like, so 20 days? I was like, you want me to go 20 days before you step up and start helping me? And that kind of made me laugh and snicker a little bit. So I was like, all right, let's do this, man. And sure enough, it's just like right when I just had enough, something would happen. Like I'd get a little wink or a nod or something, and I'd just power through it. And then the days they were slow, but the weeks were fast.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like probably the thing that's kept me from fasting more over the years has been, I just feel like I'm too busy, which does not sound good as I say it out loud. Like it doesn't feel good to say that.
I understand completely what you're talking about there. But see, you're incorporating your day and your food into one thing. You can still do your day around your food. Okay, so there's that. Like, hey, man, all you're doing is removing that one piece. You're still going to have your day. There's still going to be things in your day that take your mind off of food. And it's kind of one of those things. So you start stacking stuff in there where you would normally eat. That happened. Or you'll continue to do something during your normal feeding time. And if you're really into it, which this happens, that's another reason why I think your focus kicks up, because you're pushing through those food cycles. And man, next thing you know, man, the sun's going down.
I guess I feel like my energy level will be so low that I'll pretty much have to take off a week of work.
No, that's not what happens. So your energy goes up. It's your strength that goes away. This was my second temptation, was my strength, because I wanted to keep working out.
That's why you wanted to eat.
Yes, 100%. Because you're supposed to fuel the body. If I don't have any fuel in there, then my it's not my energy.
So could you work out?
I tried. Like my strength went away, and then when I leaned down to pick something up, I'd get dizzy and pass out.
So that is one thing you didn't do.
Well, for the first week and a half to 2 weeks, I did, and then after I just got so weak, I couldn't lift anything, so I just walked.
Right.
And it tells you that. 2 Corinthians, man, and 12:9, I think is what it is. It goes, hey, man, in your weakest moment, it was when you're going to be the most powerful, because that's when I'm going to be with you. And I was like, okay, it says it right there. Trust.
Right.
You want to really see if this stuff really works? Get in one of these moments and wait. Like most of your day, you say a few prayers, you go on there and you just keep going. You don't even take time to see what God gives you.
Right.
Or that he's there helping you. You just overlook it, and then you go to bed, and the next day wakes up and you go into something else. Man, you really want to see if what's what? Give it all up. Give it up. Open yourself up. Release all about you. And if you die, so what? You're going to wind up there anyways, right? And you die doing what? Trying to get closer.
Right.
That's what I kept telling myself. And I would just, every day, and I know people die during the fast.
You thought about, man, what if I die?
Yeah.
Like,
people die doing this. Like people all the time when I was going after the fast, 2 days ago, this guy found out about my fast. So he was like, man, I had to go. He was a police officer. He goes, I went and found recovered a dead body. She's on 12 days. She died doing it.
At day 12?
Day 12. I was like, well, I was giving it all up.
What is it that kills them?
I don't know. Something. I don't know. He didn't tell me. But I was like, I didn't think about that.
See, I've started I'll skip breakfast, have lunch, skip dinner, like just have like one meal. I've done that a few times. Like one time I fasted 3 days, and it was like the end of the world. It's like, golly, I felt like.
Why were you doing it though?
For spiritual reasons, just like really like craving God's wisdom on what direction to go with my life at that time on specific things. Good for you. And I got my answer, and it was like a very intense like spiritual thing, and I guess so that's part of my hesitation now is, I'm starting to become aware of like all the little things in life with health as far as nutrition and the food pyramid, and so I'm starting to like I mainly do like meat and eggs and cheese and a little bit of fruit. And I try not to do like bread and candy and fried foods. And so now, going down this rabbit hole, a lot of people in this, they fast, but I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I want to fast for the Lord. Like now I feel like my priorities are out of line. Like, okay, I haven't fasted in a few years, longer than that, but now I'm considering it because of my health, and which makes me want to fast for the spiritual reasons again, because it's like, dang, I feel like my priorities are out of line. So that's what's got me kind of thinking about it. But
Well, if we're talking about it like this, you should do it.
yeah.
Man, that didn't happen by accident.
Well, I'll have to say that right now is the most fired up I've been about it, listening to you talk about it. How do you feel or view or look at food now, having been
That's completely
over
different.
a month later?
It was completely different because I'm in day 39 of my refeed. And this wasn't in the brochure either. I was like, man, 40 days is nothing compared to the refeed.
Yeah.
Because that's when discipline comes in because you just can't eat.
Right.
So I was on bone broth forever, like a week or so. And then I got the vegetables, but they were oven baked and then pureed. So it was baby food action. Whole time wanting a steak, lobster, fettuccine Alfredo.
Have you had steak yet?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That was my first meal, solid meal. And
Is your stomach like crazy small?
yeah. Okay, so when you're going through the fast, when I was watching all these food videos, I was also studying calories and the difference, how many tablespoons go into a cup, how many calories are in each food item that I've ever put in my body, and then what I'm going to put in my body, what pasta does, what bread does, what it's made out of, what different types. I mean, I studied all of that religiously, and could retain it too, because like I said, your focus is completely changed. And I haven't had pasta or bread since I came back online. And I was always, it was like, hey, like I'm a one meal a day guy at dinner. But then I wasn't on the refeed. You have to eat 3 to 4 times a day for protein to get because I started eating my muscle away.
All right.
So I had to backfill my protein, but you can't have too much protein because they'll get refeeding syndrome. And I was real cognizant about that. So I really had to mitigate how much of my intake, what that was, and then what I was eating. And now the yogurts and the stuff it's baby food. Like just imagine, okay, so hey, you're starting everything over again. We're doing a refeed just like from ground zero, from baby up.
Dang, just like a baby.
Yeah, just like a baby. And like I hadn't been able to work out yet, but I want to real bad. I even call my freaking CrossFit coach. I'm like, hey, just checking in, even though I can't work out. Just I'm thinking about it all the time. I really want to get in there, and that's creating a hunger for me, which I know what that is. And that means when I get in there, it's going to be, all go. And I could feel that because it's almost like tempting somebody or something, and you're going to be able to have it, and just your appetite just grows and grows and grows. So that's what's going down with me right now, the workout. And the food thing, I downloaded one of those food apps so I can learn about calories. That's the best way I can figure that out. And I programmed in all these different types of meals and what I could eat, when I can eat. Plus, I have a doctor. Matter of fact, the guy who pulled me off the mountain, the PJ who rescued me in Afghanistan, he's my doctor now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he kind of knows all of my injuries and what I've been through. And if I have any questions, I call him like, "Hey, doc, what do you think about this, man? Should I eat?" So I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I don't eat breakfast. If I do eat breakfast, it's at 8. It's 3 hours later. Right? That's when that's when the sweet spot is. I still do 1 cup of coffee a day right after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I was going to ask how your relationship with caffeine changed.
Same. It's the same. Yeah, I keep it at 1 cup a day because it works really well, and I don't want that to go away. Because if you drink coffee all day, you'll lose it's like with anything. Your body gets used to it. Some freaking amazing machine got invented to live down here, man. It's like people with drugs, right? They start off with 1s and 2s, and you see these people do these crazy amount of drugs. Like, how do you do that? It would kill a normal person. It's like, man, you just got used to it. Your body adapts.
Right.
I never wanted it to get used to coffee, so that's why I only do the 1 cup a day. And then water all day long. I don't drink Cokes or juices or anything like that.
Do you feel like, let's say you had become like an accountant.
Mm.
And I guess how much of you being able to do a 40-day fast would you attribute to SEAL training, going overseas, everything that's happened in your life? Like, would the accountant version of Marcus Luttrell have been able to do this? Or was it because of like all the stories we read about that you've been a part of?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
But
It is
the best way
hard.
that's a hard one because that's part of my makeup. It's like
Yeah.
how I got to where I'm at. But this was all spiritual though, which I didn't have any. And I think that's why it was so tough on me because I didn't have any training in it. I didn't know what that looked like. So I was I couldn't talk to anybody.
I guess it's impossible to know like what you would be able to accomplish today had you not had this huge chapter of your life that showed you what
I was
you are
definitely
able to
I was forged a
accomplish.
certain way.
Yeah.
And everybody is when you go through life, it's a forge. And I was definitely cut differently for sure. And I know that.
Yeah.
And it definitely gives me abilities. I mean, you can ask anybody, it's like, hey man, were you born with that? Or I was like, I don't know. I was like, I know that my life cut a lot of stuff away from me that let me see it. So maybe it was always in there, but the weakness that was surrounded me, I cut that away over time to where I understand what I'm capable of and what I can do. And it's just like when I got into that fast, when I hit a certain day, I turned it into a fight. I'm like, if you're going to come at me, man, that's fine. Let's go. I can take a beating.
So did you rub it in your brother's face that he stopped at 7 and you kept going to 40?
At first I made one joke one time, and then I look up to my brother.
Right.
A lot. I mean, that's no secret. And he wasn't even talking to me. He was talking to somebody else. And he goes, man, I was watching him go through that. And it was one of the most motivating things I'd ever seen. It's like, this is my brother telling me this.
Yeah.
Like, my brother's an unstoppable force. Period.
Yeah.
He never compliments me. I mean, ever, right? It's usually the opposite, which is great.
Like you think every now and then, maybe,
yeah,
but
toss
no.
me something cool, man.
Yeah.
And he said that, and I was just, I could hear his voice. I could hear anything he says real clearly, And that's how I knew it was a big deal when he said that.
Yeah, that's funny. When you said that he started, I was like, I just knew where it was going, like with the brother thing. That's funny.
Because it got rid of my ego too. My ego took a beating in there, and that's
how so?
Well, it's just after everything that you've been through, you're like, oh, I eat and I do this and I can take this. I was like, well, I know you can take it, but try not taking it.
Yeah.
Try just letting go, seeing what happens. And that was hard. Like the strength part, like giving up my strength was huge. That was the hardest thing. It was harder than not having food.
I'm trying to remember how you responded. I think I asked you during the fast which one was harder, like your fast here, like at your own house, or having to go without on the mountain.
Well, up there I was afraid. So your appetite and all that stuff goes away.
Oh, okay.
And if I did there was a couple times when I got hungry, they would bring me some bread. And I had some bread, but most of the time the fear was there. Anticipation of death. When death shows up, all your senses, all that hunger and all that stuff, that goes away.
What was that guy's name?
Gulab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's over here, right?
Yeah.
Does he live nearby?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Him and his family.
Yeah. They're still over here. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of family that's still over there, but they're the immediate family's here.
Yeah. Dang. You still see him?
Yep, sure do. Talk to him all the time.
What did he think about your fast?
I hadn't told him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, never. Probably think I was crazy.
Yeah.
No, it'd be good for me. I mean, they're real religious, they're
Right.
But
yeah, I mean that's what made him take you in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you try to do anything, grow closer to God, it's gonna be hard. I mean, if anybody tells you differently, they're trying to say something. But anytime you try to grow closer to the Almighty, He's gonna test you. I mean, look what He did to His Son.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think about that too. And look what he did to his own kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to have to put out a little bit.
Yes, I saw a quote in my Bible from an old pastor. He was talking about, I can't remember the exact wording, but essentially like God's going to call you to something that is right above your ability. That way you have to lean on him and you have to give him credit when you do accomplish it, which is, but I don't know if 40 days is right above my, that sounds about like 35 days above my ability.
I'm with you, man. I remember what that felt like. Like the feeling you have right now, just thinking, I remember that. Very vividly.
Yeah.
That never goes away. Like you can still recall. It's just like with anything else you've done. And you're a teacher now. So when you're teaching these young ones coming in, doing what you know how to do, you remember what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it in their eyes, and you're like, it's okay. Look, I'm telling you, and this, that, and the other, and you're going to go through this, and you're going to have to deal with that. But that's what makes you stronger. But you got to lift the weight. If God's your spotter and you start to drop your weight, he'll help you. He'll help lift it, right?
Yeah.
But you're still pushing. You remember when you're on the bench and you're about to get crushed by that weight, even when the spotter helps lift it up, it's still a struggle?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a thing. That's how you grow stronger. And you don't grow, there's no way you can grow stronger in any direction, mind, body, or spirit, unless it's a heavy lift.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people down here that lift light weights. And then there's the power lifters, man. Like you see them walking around. We know who they are. You say their names. They're like, I got to lift some weight, man.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can lift some friggin' weight and carry it.
When you are faced with when you're faced with the possibility of death, do you ignore the possibility of death or do you accept it?
No, you can't when she shows up the first time.
You can't ignore it the first
Can't.
time? You can't.
No. You have no idea what that even feels like, looks like, or smells like. And those all show up. There's an odor. There's a feeling you get and everything when she shows up for the first time.
It.
No.
So you have to just accept it.
Yeah, it's like realizing something exists that you never knew, you've never had any concept of it. It shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, depending on how many times you encounter her, you'll know. And then there's just like, that's part of being down here. You're going to die, man. We all do that.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be death and taxes, but you can get around taxes now. Some people can, right?
Yeah.
Can't get around death. When she shows, like your start date and your end date are already set. The in-between, how you live it, it's kind of on you, and how you take it too. But
I guess I feel like, and I'm not I'm not trying to compare rodeo to what you guys do. I'm trying to ask advice because of one part that is similar for us in that, that moment before you nod. I feel like most rodeo cowboys ignore rather than accept. They ignore what could potentially happen.
Sure.
But then
that's natural.
as you grow, wiser and you see buddies and you have buddies and so then you have to, at least at some point in the day, acknowledge it and accept it.
Sure. Well, definitely when she shows up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think even more so when you watch a buddy encounter it. Because then you can feel them, right? Especially the ones that were hardcore that ignored it. You're right. My favorite part of y'all's business, man, in the shoot is when you cover up and be like, let him have me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're giving it over. You don't acknowledge that what that really means, but you're strapping up with death right there. I can start to kill you, not even care. Not even care.
Yeah.
I don't know how powerful. Y'all probably don't want to hear that. Otherwise, you wouldn't do the sport.
Well,
like if you knew how easy it was for you to get killed doing that, you wouldn't do it. That's human design, man. You avoid death.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, at what point do you either accept it or just ignore it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize how powerful it is and whatever it is that's bringing it.
Yeah.
Like with y'all, it's 2,000 pounds, pissed off fury. They'll stomp you. Like, I don't know how JB got on Bushwhacker 13 times.
Right.
Like, I don't, just to cover down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's something in your mind, like, that's a different kind of spirit. Oh, well, there's this, man. Once you capture your spirit and understand what it's all about, like what this place is really all about, you don't give a shit. You don't, excuse my language. You don't care. It's just like all about the ride.
Yeah.
Most people aren't really afraid of dying. They're afraid of getting mangled. or maimed
Right. Yes.
or
100%.
pain that lasts or that you got some kind of something or other that you can't get rid of. That's what you're afraid of.
Wheelchair.
100%.
Yep.
People taking care of you, crapping on yourself. That's the problem. And that's because it sticks around. It's like death touched them, but didn't take them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's terrifying.
Yep.
And at least if you're going to come at me, take me all the way.
That's, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's how most cowboys.
That's what all cowboys like
yeah.
that, man. And I mean, tough. Dude, when he got his face crushed in, I mean, there's been some bad ones. I mean, and I'm on the outside looking in on y'all. Like I would never call myself an actual freaking. I mean,
the one thing DJ he said that he respected about it. DJ Shipley, I
Yeah.
saw him at Danny Dietz Memorial, and he was like, "Yeah, it's wild. Like most of the time, you know, we go around a corner and there's nothing there 95% of the time. But for you guys, every time it's a fight.
Yeah.
You know, like
Every time.
it's a fight. And
I can't. It's crazy the finesse that you got. I mean, how you correlate that?
I do see some similarities in the fact that there's ways to mitigate risk.
Sure.
You know, for instance, like just in the buck and shoot, you don't want to stand like with your butt a foot or two above them. You know, like you get all the way down on them, you know, because if they hit you, if they got some momentum before and they hit you, it'll really sling. There's little things like that. Your feet on the buck and shoots, you want them parallel to the bull. You don't want to cock them in. It'll grab your spurs. And there's a lot of little things, but at the end of the day, similar to what y'all are doing, like sometimes you can't control where you land and those feet are coming down. And you guys, how you drill and hammer your training so hard, but at the end of the day, you can't help where a bullet might fly.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're also dealing with men too, like other men. And when you get to a certain level and mentality, you're like, hey, it's just another man. I'll go at you. Y'all don't have that. Y'all have something else.
Right.
An animal, which is in its purest form. Now, men can become animals, and they're the most dangerous thing down here. They subdue the earth.
Oof.
I mean, human beings by design get terrifying. I mean, just
the level of evil.
level of evil.
Right.
Like the animal, I don't think is evil. I think it's just doing its natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But you don't know what he's thinking. You can't tell what he's thinking.
Uh-huh.
You know, the environment, and you got him slung up and freaking in a pen, and they're trained to be, to do that. It's definitely, that's what I call a rodeo, man. It's just, you never know when your number's up.
I got to meet Eddie Gallagher, and he said one thing that it didn't register when he said it. I've been curious what your thought was. I'm sure it's similar, but essentially, not really, the politics of the war aside, he saw how evil y'all's enemy, our enemy, was, and he was at peace knowing he got to remove that level of evil.
Oh yeah.
Was there a moment like did the politics ever like play a role? But then you're like, I know what we're doing is virtuous because I just saw what they did to this woman or child.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, he's on point with that.
Yeah.
The hard part is when a soldier has to see the political side. Like normally we have top cover, like we just kind of run through it. But depending on how deep it reaches into what we do, it can be as terrifying as the enemy.
I guess y'all got to see it reach to its depths.
Yeah. Well, they can.
I mean, it affected what y'all did that day.
Right. Correct. That's what I'm talking about. Same thing.
Yeah.
How about that, huh? It's like everyone wanted to get into the war, but not there's levels. Not everyone wanted to be on the ground fighting it, but they wanted to still have as much power as if they were actually there.
Yeah.
And the only way they could do that would be to come after us.
Yeah. Imagine that might be why you dislike goats so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, exactly. You just get beat down. You're in the worst environment imaginable, and those things are the smell. Because, a smell will jerk you back to a time, place immediately, especially if it's not around all the time. Same way with a song, how a song can pull you straight back to a moment. So the same way with a smell. And that's what happens to me.
Yeah, my my traveling partner was a Marine. I've talked to you about him before, but like he was there when they tore the statue down of Saddam in Baghdad, was it? And anyway, he went to
Might have
Fallujah.
been Solder City. I can't remember, man, but I know what you're talking about.
He said he was there. He didn't realize how big of a moment it was, but they were all standing around, and it was just like, yeah, let's take that down. But anyway, that call to prayer music, he said, just gives him chills. Like, he just hates it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm with him on that one, man. Yeah, that's another one.
And
It's usually because we're in a moment of chaos and terror and pain, and that stuff. If it shows up, it gets locked in there with it, into that room. So one will automatically initiate another.
Yeah. Well,
which is crazy because it's a call to prayer, which it should be the most peaceful time, but it's not for us. It's not.
Call to prayer to pray to the wrong person. Well, yeah. My prayer is that I don't get to a spot where I have to hear that, is my prayer. But maybe that's why I don't need to visit New York right now.
If you go see the Rockettes. They're great. They are. God bless them. I just got back from watching them. It's their 100-year anniversary.
Oh, good. What'd you go up there for?
To see them.
Oh, okay.
Sounds weird coming on my mouth, doesn't it?
Fair enough. Yeah,
Bro,
you
they're
gotta
great.
see the Rockettes and eat at the Golden Steer.
In Vegas, you got to go to the Golden Steer. And there was a couple restaurants I wanted to go to in New York because I was watching them during the fast. And it's Christmas time. Obviously, New York does it right during Christmas, man. The tree was up, and then the streets are packed full of people. And I took the wife, and the kids are old enough now to actually remember the vacations. So I wanted them to see New York.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right when I got back, my publishing house and my speaking house, they're all up there.
Uh-huh.
So, if you go see the Statue of Liberty, make sure you go to some of the firehouses. You got to go to some of the firehouses, man. Like, if you want to see that city, bro, patch up with a firefighter or a cop.
Oh.
And they'll show you the city like you can't believe.
I bet so.
Not celebrities, anybody else. They'll show you the top part. Then you want to see the city, get a buddy that's a cop or a firefighter.
Yeah.
Before I was married, I'd go up there and stay at the firehouses. That was my hotel.
Yeah.
I'd just go live with them because they eat like kings. Firemen, they can cook, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, but you went during a fast.
No, I'm on my refeed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you went to New York on the. Okay.
I went there to eat because of it. I literally went there for the good food.
Yeah.
And it started snowing the last day we were there. I don't know, man. Being from a pure country boy from the farm, it's complete opposite of way I grew up. So I think it's cool to me.
Yeah.
You know, there's a hotel I always stay at up there. The doormen are cool. You get to know, they know the city too, man. They'd be like, hey, come here, let me tell you. You know, they get that freaking, and they're like, don't go over here, you go over there, okay? And I'm like, yeah, roger that, man. And God, dude, he started talking to me about these rickshaw Santa Clauses that were all, dude, it's the funniest damn thing, man. They're great people.
Yeah.
They may seem like they're pissed off all the time. That's just the way that's just New York, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But it was cool for sure, man.
I every now and then I reach out to you, and it's been a while, thank God, but just getting a little nervous about just the state of the world, state of our country, but because it's hard to really listen to any media, left or right. Everybody's so extreme, and it's the worst news that you're going to hear. Like, tune in tonight because it's bad. But what's the state of the world look like right now? How should a guy like me be feeling?
Oh, we're in a transitional period. Like, we're transitioning, especially here in the States. You know, our generation's coming up. The baby boomers are in charge, and there's that transition of power.
Mm-hmm.
That rub's always kind of raw. I mean, it's tough. We got technology that's advancing and so fast we can't even keep up with it. So that means the younger generations are well educated, far more so than we ever were, because at the tips of their fingers they can find something out.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be you'd ask your dad something, whatever he said, it was gospel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can just look it up and see. Everyone kind of is upset. Everyone's ramped up. And with humans beings by design, especially Americans, when we get upset, we'll fight. They'll fight with your family.
Mm-hmm.
You argue over stuff that you would normally let slide. I've seen this country in its greatest form when we got hit Everyone comes together, the flags go up, and all the stupid stuff goes by the wayside. All the stuff that you think is important that's not goes away. So I know that's there. It's in there. So I know that we'll get through anything. That's what we do. We're Americans. Same way with there's wars everywhere. Things are upside down. I mean, straight biblical stuff, right? If you ever read Revelations and some other parts in the Bible, it talks about these crazy days. Well, we're in some of them.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I could hope for or say to any of and everybody that's listening, man, is like, if just, be good, be responsible, take control of yourself, understand that people are different, and try to work through as much as we can without trying to kill each other, because that's easy.
Yeah.
And when we start killing each other, it's freaking insane.
Yeah.
Because there's a point when a human being goes to, I don't give a anymore. And you'll just do something mean just to do it. And if you get to that point, it's bad, especially if we all do. So I think if you're walking around, man, and anytime you run across anybody, just try to just help them out, just be a good person, be a good human being. And I say this all the time, man, it's tough. Somebody cuts me off in traffic, or does something stupid out there. You're just like, man, it'd be a lot easier to beat you down than it would anything else, right?
Yeah.
But somebody taught me this a while back. Like, we go outside and toss somebody a beating, in a couple of days they'll heal up, right? They'll be over that beat down, but then there'll be something left in there, probably a resentment, anger. But you could walk outside and talk to somebody. That's why they say the deadliest weapon down here is this double-edged sword that comes out of your mouth, your tongue, and the word. Because you could say something to somebody and cripple them. Matter of fact, they'll walk away and it'll be with them for forever.
Yeah.
They'll go to bed and dream about it. They'll wake up with it. It won't go away. It'll fester in them until it almost kills them, or until it does. And then you can walk up and apologize and take it away from them just like that. You can get somebody that's in a bad mood into a good mood, or a good mood into a bad mood, just by talking to them. Anything and everything everyone's ever learned, they've heard it from a word. So if somebody's put something bad in there, why don't you go and put something good in there? How skilled are you with that sword? Practice with it every day. You make your body a weapon. You make your mind a weapon. Man, turn that tongue into, just freaking use it. How are you going to use it? You're going to use it for good or use it for bad? When you go outside, if you're trying to piss somebody off, you can do it. It's not that hard. People get worked up anyways. It's like, man, we get to a certain spot, man. It's just like, try to do some good. See if you can do that. Starting with the first person God puts in front of you in the morning. It's usually designed that way.
If for some reason in a hypothetical situation, you know everything you know now, but you just got put into an 18-year-old's body today, 2025, on the brink of 26, what are you doing? You still going to the Navy? What are you doing?
Yeah. That's a great question.
With everything that's going on, like, is it
military.
Different brand? You're going to the military?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I think if you have an opportunity to do that, you should. You should serve in some form or fashion, in some capacity. I don't care what kind of uniform it is, firefighter, police officer, first responder, just because of what it does to you around other people.
How do you mean?
When someone finds out you're a veteran, it changes the way they think about you immediately. Like, if you walk into a room and no one knows you, and then someone goes, "Hey man, that's a veteran. He's a Marine, or he's a Navy guy," they'll be like, "Oh, well, he's got some discipline in him." It's an automatic resume. Automatic. It's almost, the United States is only rite of passage to become an adult where everyone recognizes it. Like all the other countries, most of them, a lot of them have rites of passages for kids turned into adults. There's something formal. United States, man, I think the only one we really have is uniformed.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because you can go to college and still come out being a kid. And people, they won't, as soon as they find out what you went to school for, they don't really recognize that.
I got a lot of them that work for me.
Yeah. But then when you hear somebody's put some military time in, then you're kind of like, oh, okay, you got some adult in you. Like,
yeah.
It's an immediate recognition. And just having that veteran tag when you get out, it's a great place to be. It's a great place. It's kind of like its own fraternity.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And then you give service to your country. You learn so much about other people, and what happens in there is amazing. So I would definitely.
Would your job change in the military?
Be a chaplain now.
Okay.
Isn't that funny? Our Secretary of War came out the other day and said he was changing the chaplain corps. And Mel, my wife, she's like, "You're going back in. You're going to be a chaplain." I was like, "Are we just doing this? We're doing this right now?"
You know, I was kind of thinking whenever you walked in, you lost 70 pounds, looked trim. I was like, man, you look like you're ready to go yell at somebody in buds.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I loved being in. I loved being a SEAL. If you don't know what you want to do and you're 18 years old or a little bit older, get your ass in there. It's the most fun you'll ever have in your entire life, and the United States takes care of you. Like they feed you, put a roof over your head, and pay you money and send you around the world. You go on all these great adventures. The guys in there are phenomenal. The responsibilities you get are absolutely incredible. And it was just the most fun you can do in your youth.
I heard Trump's giving everybody a bonus, $1,776.
Oh, cool.
Like everybody in the military. Oh, they already did.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Good. That's great.
1776, baby.
I mean, you can stay in there for 4 years and get out and then go to the university, or you can stay in there 40 years and get out and go to university and then have a job waiting on you. I mean, it was an amazing place to be. Then you see all different types of what this country's made of too. They show up in there.
But no matter what, when you do get out, don't yell at other veterans.
Yeah. Yeah. I just found that out that I don't keep up with it. All that drama. I don't deal with all that stuff, but definitely if you get out, know that you should walk a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our country kind of expects that. So us tearing each other down doesn't lead to good places, man. It leads to bad places, and it's just kind of a thing that's understood.
Got to get along.
Yeah. Learned how to do it while we were in. We did great things. But
what's been you've got, how many guests have you had on your podcast? Is it like 600 now? 500?
Sounds right. Yeah, probably.
What's been one of the more like just encouraging, like memorable podcasts you've done? Aside from Dale Brisby, of course. 444 podcast. The Team Never Quit podcast. I'm sure it's Dale Brisby. But then, because I noticed you had Jason Redman on the other day.
Yeah, Red's great.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time.
I imagine.
Yeah. When I have my teammates on, that's the best. Because then we go down these rabbit holes and we talk about, it's fun stuff. And it's also, not only is it entertaining, but it's kind of educational. And, man, I had this one guy on. He joined the military, man. He could see and he could hear, but he got hit while he was in. And now he's blind and he's deaf.
Mm.
And his just overall attitude on life, because he started getting into the details of what that was like and because when you go blind, you don't know when to sleep, so your sleep rhythm goes off. Yeah. And I mean, he started getting into all those details, and then he got those cochlear implants so he can hear, and then he got something done to where, it's the technology that's coming around, rebuilding him, but just his overall attitude of not staying down, no matter what he got handed to him. I thought that was powerful, man. As far as like the injuries go, and then there's the young ones that sign up that do these incredible races across like Antarctica. And then we had this one lady, the first one we ever had, my first podcast we ever did was Diana Nyad. She's a swimmer. I remember her like it was yesterday. And then for all the athletes, astronauts, bikers, and billionaires in between, man, every one of them teaches me something new.
Mm.
The veterans that come on teach me about, the sacrifice and how much they respect the country. You got guys, like you said, like Red, they come on, man, and what they've been through. And he's the number one speaker in the country.
Yeah.
How about that?
Wild.
Isn't that good?
It's wild.
He told me that, man. I was like, God, bro, I'm freaking proud of you, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's people like me out there talking, like it needs to be Redmond.
Yeah, but you do good though, man. I'm proud of you too, bro, man. The way you came up, what you've done, where you came out of, and the way you're doing things is pretty extraordinary.
I appreciate it. And if I did talk, I guess if I were to speak, one thing I wouldn't do is speak as if I was Redmond. So there'd be that. I mean, I would tell my truth, which would be different than somebody like him. It's crazy to think, that like you can see some of what he went through
Yeah.
just because of his,
His exterior.
you know,
That's an immediate thing.
yeah, that's another level, you know, like he's a veteran and you can see
Yeah.
that he's a veteran.
I had one of my teammates on, Joey Hahn. He was an orphan. He had a pretty rough growing up. And
Oh, yeah. With DJ and them a little
yeah,
now.
he's buddies with DJ too. He was something. Just because of the background, you hear most of those kids don't make it out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, he was
and stuff like that.
yeah, you said that. He was an
an
orphan. Yeah, him and his
But he's a
sister.
great dude. Great dude. Goggins, motivating as hell.
Oh, he was on yours?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Dude, you know who Vance Walker is? He's an American Ninja. Yeah, he's
Like those ninja games on
the
TV?
games on TV.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he also has God, it's not Parkinson's. It might be MS. He might have MS. I might be screwing that up. One of the two. But it affects his muscles.
Yeah.
I think it's MS.
Yeah, my dad had MS.
And he still wins those things.
Dang.
Like he trained around that to win that competition.
Wow.
And you see, because I wasn't tapped with anything like that.
Uh-huh.
And so you see guys that overcome stuff like that and still go out and do incredible things is absolutely amazing. Rick Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's probably one of the best human beings on the planet of Earth, man. I learned more from him.
You and him are partners.
Yeah. I made sure of that. Just because of how much he teaches me. You just follow him around, listen to him talk to other people and learn something. Just the way he carries himself.
I met him one time and
Great human being.
I see that.
Yeah, he's a great human being. I'm still buddies with the guys from the movie, so Wahlberg. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Peter Berg, probably one of the best dudes.
Yeah.
Freaking huge fan of him. And Kitch. That whole cast, they were great. Yeah, it's been a good run.
Wahlberg
Man.
been on?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I saw him the other day. I didn't talk to him, but I saw him at the UFC. I went with Cerrone. And
How's he, Cowboy?
really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really good. He's
Scrapping son of a gun, dude.
oh yeah.
He's been around forever too. He's got some stay power.
He got in a fight the other day. This guy
Like in the
was,
street?
Yeah, this guy was
Really?
mad at him, and Cowboy pulled out behind this car, and this other truck came over the hill, and I guess he felt like Cowboy had pulled him, and Cowboy was like, didn't really, to hear him tell it, which I don't know why he would lie to me about it, but he was like, yeah, I don't know, I wasn't even mad at him, but this guy was like driving, flipping him off, all that. Well, then they ended up side by side at the traffic light, and he said, all I said was, what are you trying to do? And he said the guy threw it in park and opened his door. And before he could get around his door, Cowboy had put it in park, gone around to the front, kicked the door, it knocked him back, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But he was falling on 2.
Yeah.
And so he said 3 was a weak connect. But he told me I could tell that story, but boom, boom, boom. He said I didn't even have to think about it, which I imagine what it's like for you guys.
Yeah. That's the problem with driving.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's some people who, I'm okay with saying this out loud. There's some people who shouldn't have driver's license.
Well, I thought you were going to say you never know who's in the car, and it could be a Hall of Fame.
And you never know who's in the
UFC.
truck next to you. Could be a Hall of Fame
Today-
UFC fighter.
We had a middle-aged...
Like you didn't recognize him when you pulled up?
Yeah, no kidding. He had like Monster Energy on the side of his...
Okay, if you
Should've
roll
been
up on
ranch
somebody
fuel.
and their truck is wrapped in something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yes.
an energy drink and it says UFC or
Right.
something to denote. It's like really easy to spot who has a gun in their truck.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like if they have a Punisher sticker on the back or an AR
don't talk to
platform
them.
sticker
Right.
on their back or it says Born Tough.
I mean,
it's
today
Yeah.
we kind of made eye contact with an overweight woman who was vaping, and I was like, hey guys, just don't make eye contact, keep going, because of that. Like I'm like, man, you never know who could be trained up and whoop your.
God, that'd have been a powerful video. Some freaking woman vaping, whipping your ass all up and down the
Oh
street.
my god! Like still just like hitting me and then
Hitting the pinner and freaking going to town.
yeah. I wonder
Because you can smell that stuff driving down the road. It's just
it comes
they
into
don't care. It's like some people don't care.
air vents.
It's like they wake up so they can get in their car and go get stoned.
Secondhand vape. Yeah.
It's freaking nuts, man. We're in some crazy times, man. I think that's another reason why everyone's so riled up because everyone's either drunk or stoned.
We've only referenced it before, but speaking of road rage, it made me, and I was telling him earlier, tell me the story of the guys that tried to kill your dog. Or did they actually kill it?
Yeah, they killed her.
They actually killed her.
Yeah, they killed her.
Yeah.
It was April 1st. I just got out of the hospital. And I wasn't married or anything like that. I was still living at the ranch. And I heard a gunshot. It's in the middle of the night, after midnight. And I was awake. Well, I grabbed my gun and I went out of my house, and then my mom had a log cabin a little ways down.
Oh, it was here?
No, a different place.
Okay.
Similar setup. I keep her, after my father died, I keep her close. And my mom lives with me. I don't live with my mom.
Gotcha.
All right. just be very clear about this.
Yeah. I'm a winner.
Okay.
I'm taking care of her. I'm not a loser.
Winner. All right. And so I went into her house, and I kicked her bedroom door open, and she sat up real fast. And I was like, "Stay in bed. Don't move till I come get you." And then
what a scary thing to hear from Marcus
come to
Luttrell.
find out, it scared the mess out of her. I didn't think about it at the time, dude. So I went out the front door, and it was probably 100 yards to the fence line. And then I kind of scanned around, and my driveway was probably 200 yards long. And it was pitch black, but then there was a light I could see in the distance, and there was a car parked underneath it. So I didn't see anybody, but I went to the fence line. And I started skirting the fence. So I was going down the fence line. I had my rifle up, and I crawled underneath the fence. And when I looked to the left, these guys were piling into a car. And I pulled up to shoot the driver, and when I did, he freaking slipped into the car and started hauling ass. Well, then I came off the scope, and I looked down, and I could see my dog laying in the ditch. So I ran up on her, and I kicked her, and she didn't move.
Damn.
And come to find out, they had beat her with a baseball bat and then shot her.
Lord.
And then came back and shot her. You believe that?
No.
Freaking turds.
Dear
Anyways,
heavens.
I got in my truck, and I caught up with them, man. And then we were on a dirt road, and then we were on the hardball. They were in a car, and they started hauling. I got one of them jacked up trucks, man. So they were getting away from me. That's why I called 911.
Mm.
Yeah, but that happened.
How far did you go?
2 counties. I caught him. The cops caught him on the bridge. They had a roadblock set up. And by the time I rolled up, man, I was in sweatpants, 2 pistols, and some cowboy boots, dude.
Yeah. 92 FS, huh?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Berettas. I was loaded up. I was pissed.
Because there's a 911 call out there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know they recorded that stuff. I've been in the military, bro. I hadn't been home forever, man.
Lots changed.
Lots changed.
Y'all
And
record these now?
even if you did record it, I didn't know you let everyone listen to it. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
know about that phenomenon. Okay. Otherwise, I probably would have said something a lot cooler.
Yeah. Cooler than what? Which part?
I had listened. I've never listened to it. I don't know. But
there's
I mean,
one
I
part where
probably
it's-
could have called it something cooler. Like some nicknames or call me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because at one point you said, y'all better. I'm pretty sure I remember at one point you say, y'all better get to him before I do.
Yeah. That probably sounds like something I would have said. I was pissed. Like I wasn't mad or unhappy. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a different level.
Yeah.
I'm real funny about my dogs, man. I don't cop to abusing animals, man. That's a bad place.
Well, too, you've probably also you've got a lot of compadres that you had just spent a lot of years with, and you watch some of them go down, and you have this love for them, and now you've got this love for this dog.
Yeah.
And not only did you watch her go down, but you know who did it, and they're right there.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about it. Those guys are worried about me hurting them and killing them. Like, man, you don't need to worry about me. You need to worry about my friends.
Yeah.
That love me.
Yeah.
Because they'll show up and kill you just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, them guys, they have no idea how much danger. I know where all of them live.
Yeah.
I know where all of them are at right now.
The guys that killed your dog?
Yep. I know where they're at. But I'm a law-abiding citizen, man. So I keep that in the back of my head. I'm a law-abiding
Did
citizen.
they didn't they go to jail?
A couple of them did, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them were underage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. You got their social security number and everything.
Everything. Don't think that I don't.
So you've got this group of people like myself, Travis Pastrana, who you check in on, and then you got this other group of people that you check in on.
Yeah. That I check on.
Oh, dang.
Well, Pastrana, isn't he great?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy to death. Man.
Wild human.
Isn't he?
That is, I mean, a lot like yourself in some ways. Like just
Like Monster Energy is not just a drink. It's a type of human.
yeah.
It's a human.
Yeah.
And he like Bilko, Pastrana, all them freaking guys, man, they can do that stuff. They can go like that. They're amazing to me.
Well, he's a Black Rifle guy now.
Yeah.
Those are all your buddies.
They're great. Yeah, JT and the boys.
Yeah.
Good for them too, man.
No kidding.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
Come back and redevelop coffee.
Yeah, it's good to see guys like that win. Yeah. And it's good to see Ranch Fuel guys win.
Yeah.
You know? It's the
Where's
black.
my can? Give me a can, dude. Speaking of winners.
Yeah, it's now give him the agave lime.
Dang, how come I don't have one of these, man? I should have just sat here the whole time like this. That's right, Dale.
How did I do it?
Yeah. You want to know how I get through everything?
Yeah.
That fortitude that I carry inside my body. It's
know
not
what?
natural. It's
This is how you make it through Hell Week, people.
ranch fuel. If you doubt yourself,
Fuel up.
fuel up. Ranch fuel. You can't be born on a ranch. Ranch fuel.
Fuel up like one.
Yeah. Fuel up like you did. Yeah. Yeah. How'd I get through 40 days of fasting? I knew this was waiting on me.
I knew this was waiting on me. Oh. Yeah, I got to throw those shameless plugs in every now and then whenever
That's
like
good, man.
Cowboy is
The worse, the more off tune, the better, because those are the ones that'll catch.
right. Yeah.
Hopefully, we had at least one in there.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure there's something. Yeah.
Just clip out and freaking
clip
go to
one
work
of
with.
those. Yeah. Oh man. Do y'all have any
Just
questions?
carry this in your front pockets and be like, what do you got going on in your pants there? Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's ranch fuel. Like when we go to the rodeo this year, I'm just going to walk around with it freaking tucked in my
What's
pocket.
up with Dale? That's a ranch fuel.
That's ranch fuel.
How was your? So you had a goal every day during the fast, right? It was get to 40. How has that? The Marcus you look at in the window, in the mirror every morning, like what do you tell to this Marcus now?
Yeah, so I killed the ego, and that guy, the old one, died when I came up. That was another going in. Dale and I were talking earlier, man. I'm so far away from what I used to be when I think about how I used to live and carry myself, and like I don't recognize that person at all. And it's not in a bad way. It's just like you would look at anybody else. You're like, man, I'm not like that. That's not who I am anymore. And it didn't happen overnight. Obviously, this has been a lot of work going into this. The fast is just kind of the end of it. And yeah, it was kind of a culmination of a lot of things that I've been going through in the past since about 10 years, 7 to 10 years. Hard change. Yeah. Like I knew I needed to make one, and then once I figured out what my purpose was, and that flame kind of jumped up inside of me, I took to it. I know how to operate that in that environment. I've done it before. So I'm not saying it wasn't easy. It was hard, but definitely it's so much better now. If I would have held on to who I was and tried to live these last 50 years, I'd have died. I'd have burned out. And I know that. Like you just can't. And I was talking to some of my teammates about this. The hardest thing for a team guy is when he gets out, because you're still, your mind, you're still a team guy, but you can't act like a team guy. You can't run like one unless you're actually in the community, because the guys around you keep you in check. There's a time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
When you get out, you don't have that kind of structure, and you'll burn yourself out. You'll die.
Dang.
And once I saw that, and like I said, I got great friends and teammates. Kind of I learned from watching them, I mean, they wouldn't even directly have to teach me something. I just watch them do it, and I adopt it. Team guys do that naturally. If someone's doing something cool, it's working for them, they'll try to incorporate it, snatch a hold of it, steal it. And I just kept doing that, and then I would train in it so much. Then it was a baby step process too. It's kind of like when I teach people who've been injured to go work out again. I'm like, hey man, for 1 week, I just want you to think about doing one push-up at a certain time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that week's up, for 2 weeks, we're going to do one push-up, just one, not two, because it takes more willpower to do one. And then after those 2 weeks, we're going to go to 2 push-ups for 2 weeks, then 3 push-ups for 2 weeks till you get to the end of the year, and we'll jump in the next one. That way, if you build it up, it becomes a habit and a routine, right? The one thing about human beings, it's kind of like the whole phenomenon on January 1st. You try to go into the gym. Well, National Quit Day is January 10th. That's because you're so beat up and sore and you kicked your own ass that you're naturally, the body wants to pull out of that and it'll change the way you think. But if you make something a habit, it's kind of like when we do anything else. It's fun. It's a baby step process. You ease yourself into it. That way, it's almost damn near impossible to break you out of it.
Yeah, that's why you said you would just, the first time you go to the gym, you just go in there and walk around. Then
Walk
you'd
around.
leave.
Yeah, leave. Just get used to it.
Yeah.
Like if you have to go to the gym to work out, put that in your day and get used to that. Just driving there and walking in. Don't work out. Just get the habit of going there, right? And
That's hilarious.
If it's that hard for you to get into something, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
That's how you break into everything else.
Dang.
And then you start stacking that stuff. I remember when I learned how to start meditating and breathing. I thought that was the most ridiculous. Like I breathe naturally. Why would I have to, why would I have to meditate?
Okay, because that's what I've thought.
Right? Like I naturally do that.
Yeah. Breathing. Got it.
Got it. Got that down so good I don't even think about it.
Doing it right now. I'm pretty good at it.
Doing it right now.
My whole life,
I did
actually.
this as a kid. But if you're breathing for your body, what do you think your body's doing? It's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It shifts to something else. That's why when people say when they do that meditation, how they feel when they come out of it. And I was like, okay, I can understand that part. I was like, okay, I'm going to take one breath, a deep breath every morning. And I did that for 2 weeks. And then I took 2 deep breaths. And that's how I started. Now I'm at an hour. Like I'll sit down for an hour every morning before I even get the kids up and everything, just doing that whole breathing session. And I do my prayers, my rosary, and I get all of that out in the morning before anybody even gets up. And that way, when someone does walks into my field of view, I'm already prepped and ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to baby step all of that, man.
Yeah.
Like I was never that guy that could just get into something. It's kind of like use the correlation with drinking. Like when you start out drinking, you drink half a beer, and it kind of gets you where you want to go. And then eventually it takes a whole beer, and then 2, then 3, then we got guys who can slam a 30-pack in a day and a pint of Jack Daniels and still walk around.
Yeah.
It's like that. Once you get into it, you just keep going. It grows.
Yeah. This is just for me. We can even take this out. How many firefights do you think you had been in prior to Red Wings?
Oh, I could tell you 2. Probably 2, I think, or 3.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot. I was young.
Yeah.
I was real young, man.
Dang.
Yeah. I'd been shot at enough to know what it felt like. Because that's different too.
Yeah.
When it's personal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it wasn't that many. I mean, there's gunfights, and I don't count that though. I'm talking about like somebody physically had me in their sights and was trying to kill me.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like the bombs blown up and bullets whizzing past over you and stuff like that. That happens to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. It's funny when the new guys show up and the senior guys have been there for a long time and the mortars start coming in and you can hear the whistle and the new guys will be hitting the ground and the old guys will be kind of standing there. Like,
Right.
That kind of stuff. Well, it happens all the time. But when it's personal, that's different. And you know it. And it only happened a few times.
Well, how long did it actually take before on the mountain? Like how long were you fighting? Like, because it seems like forever.
Yeah, it was. It was a long time. All morning into the evening.
Yeah.
And then I was out there for 5 days.
After that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were trying to kill me all the time in the village.
But you weren't having to like be in the firefight in the 5 days as much.
No. The villagers were taking care of that.
Yeah. So that was just.
And then on the last day, the army was in there with me.
Yeah.
And we had all the air assets, and they took care of that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to do anything. They did everything.
Yeah.
It's a pretty awesome sight, actually, to watch them work.
Yeah. The Rangers.
All of them. Green Berets, Rangers,
Yeah.
the Marines, freaking all the air assets that were overhead doing their thing.
I know you say that that they make it look sexy in the movie, like falling down the mountain and everything. But outside of that, were you pleased with how well it represented what actually happened?
Hey, old son, if you're not feeding every morning with a Can-Am side-by-side, then you ain't no cowboy. I got a Can-Am because I needed a reliable ranch rig that I could use every day because I don't know how to work on stuff like that. So I want something that's not going to break down ever. Get yourself a Can-Am, old son. Rock and roll denim is what Dale Brisby uses to spur his bucking bulls. I get the reflex. Gives me the mobility I need to be the cowboy I am. So go to rockandrolldenim.com, old son.
I know you say that that they make it look sexy in the movie, like falling down the mountain and everything. But outside of that, were you pleased with how well it represented what actually happened?
Yeah. All I cared about was the families. If they were like, hey, did you represent my son well? And they said, yeah.
Yeah.
I said that to Pete. And then if it made it onto TNT and the basic channels during Veterans Day, I was like, if I see that movie on Veterans Day playing, I'll know you did a good job. And it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I haven't watched the movie all the way through, but people close to me who I trust with kind of the movie stuff, they all signed off on
With
it.
the fight scene and
All
everything.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you could somehow put smell into a movie where you could, you know what fog of war is? Gunpowder. Like when you hear the word fog of war, that means after all the cannons have blown up and all the ordnance exploded, there's that vapor. It looks like a fog.
Yeah.
It has its own smell. It's very unique. And then when you mix that with blood and sweat and there's a pheromone that kicks off in a human body when it knows it's about to die, like an animal. You know, when you busted an animal and you can smell that tinge, that's there. And then
that was just the whole day.
Yeah, then you could smell that. So that was all, and then the ground was on fire. So there's the heat and then fire, kind of like hell. I guess it's probably about hell, like sulfur and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Because it's like shows in the movie, like there's just points where it's just like you're surrounded.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Well,
what's the closest they got to you?
me and you.
Shit.
Yeah, it was personal.
Yeah. So you saw him.
You can see. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them. A lot of them are masked up. This one guy, he had a freaking checkered vest on, like blue and white checkered vest. He was in man jammies, but he had tennis shoes on too. I remember looking at him through my scope running, and I was amazed at how fast he could move.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just parkouring it. It was unbelievable. I'll never forget him. Sucker could move, man.
Did he get away?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them did.
How many do you think did it?
Man, I don't know the exact number. Intel's anywhere from 60 to 80. I think all of them showed up. But who knows?
I don't have like...
Problem was you couldn't keep count because you had to focus on the one that was in front of you. So you could hear them behind you and all the rounds that were coming in from behind because that's why you would have to move. And then when you would turn, there'd be some down here and there'd be some up here, some over here. And then they kept reinforcing from the village once it went loud.
Yeah. Because they thought they had you.
wedge down and some rocks.
Oh yeah, they went over you.
Yeah. That's right. I was scared. I was the most afraid I'd ever been. I couldn't move. I ain't thought about that in a minute.
Well, I'm sorry to bring it up.
Nah. Part of it, man.
You made it out of there with your rifle, didn't you?
That's the only thing I made it back with was that rifle.
You still have it?
Is that the command? Is that the
Dang.
command? Yeah. I remember when they pulled me on the med bird and I had it circled on my arm. It was like, at least you made it back with your rifle. And I was like, damn right.
What do you say to haters that doubt parts of your story?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
Yeah.
I just wish they were there.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. Can't do nothing about them.
It makes me so mad.
Why?
Because you're not even like, what would you have to lie about? You're not even like painting yourself as some hero, like you're telling a story. I just get so mad for you.
Nah.
Like it.
No, it's because some people can't imagine some of the stuff that I went through because they couldn't go through it. And that self-doubt that they have inside their head is debilitating. The only way to get past that is to say something like that. And I know that. So, no, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I actually had to go through it. Look, hey, there's some things I went through. I don't even believe I went through it.
Well, I like I said, we can take this out even. I just wanted to know for me because it makes me so mad. And I didn't doubt you. I wanted to hear what you might say to that person because I'm so mad. It makes me think like, Marcus, let's get him.
Nah, I mean, you got to understand what you're dealing with. Somebody says that. After you go through some things and you realize and you come around and you hear something like that, it's just like, hey, look, I know you can't believe it, but don't worry. I don't have to explain it to you.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain myself to anybody. And that's a level of confidence after going through something. Just like someone said, you ain't no cowboy.
That hurts his feelings.
You know what I mean? A lot of that's bravado. Like one way you would sound tough to somebody else is if you called somebody out on something that they went through.
Yeah.
That in itself is a human condition. Guys do that, beat on their chest. I know that. I've seen it. I grew up with that. And I know what it is when I'm looking at it. So that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely a unique human. Meaning that like how like it doesn't bother you and like.
I mean, at all. And the less you say, when you do say something, it hits harder. It means more.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people talk too much or they get spun up about something. If you're confident in something, man, you don't have to defend yourself in anything at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no reason for me to.
Hmm.
I only fight when it's necessary.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's how you know what kind of men you're dealing with when you watch what they get spun up about. I appreciate you getting spun up about that. I do, man. That means you care about me.
Yeah.
And that's what that tells me. But you don't have to ever worry about me.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes it does hurt my feelings when people tell me I ain't no cowboy.
Yeah, but look who's saying it, though.
Yeah.
And why they're saying it and how they say it.
Yeah.
Say it to your face, or they say it's like a million miles away over a keyboard courage.
Right.
Because there's a difference. And just remember, man, as you go through this and you grow up and you go each one of these levels, man, you become stronger. And there's a gap between you and what you left behind.
Uh-huh.
And they'll feel that. And they'll do anything and say anything they can to make themselves and justify that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. And once you see that, once you know that, and once you know how like humans actually tick, especially the guys, bro, that alleviates so much stress in your life, man. Please tell me you don't worry about that crap.
No.
Yes, you do.
Well, what do you mean worry about that?
Why would you worry about anything when people talking smack about you or about me or anybody else? Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
No, I mean ever. Because that shit'll fester in you.
Yeah.
If you'll think about it all the time, it'll take your mind off your good times and the people that you're around. That's what I was talking about earlier. And some people just do that just to be hateful.
Mhm.
Some people do it jokingly. It comes across as hateful.
Mm.
Like there's no weight behind your words.
Yeah.
I always think about, man, like if you want to do a deep dive, I was like, who's saying it? And what's your backstory? Like,
Yeah.
what do you got behind you to make those words try and hurt me?
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Like if you look beyond it, if
You look beyond that.
look
Check
underneath
them.
it. Yeah.
And look behind like what they're standing on. Like what's driving that? What
Yeah.
do they got? What are they swinging?
Right.
Because if it's just those words, man, the impact ain't gonna mean nothing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
figured.
that's
I
true.
mean, we get taught that early in the teams. So I've been well trained for that.
Yeah.
And then through all these years and doing all this, man, it's just kind of that stuff's never affected me ever.
Good. That's awesome.
I got teammates that does.
Yeah.
Like I know it gets to them, and I talk to them about it. And then I'll get their head out of it. I'll drop some freaking wisdom on them, man. They're like, you're right, dude. I'm like, yeah. But then for whatever reason, when you go to bed and you wake up the next day, for some reason they can go back to the way it was.
Right. Yes.
And I don't understand. I don't have that. I don't have that part. But I understand that it exists. I've seen it in my friends. And I'm like, hey, it's fine, man. That's why you got buddies in your life. Like I'll call you, get your head up, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Walk tall. You tell me you're here, they're there.
Right.
They're trying to pull you back down because it feels good. Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody thinks they're stronger than you or a better soldier or a better bull rider. And then they talk, why don't I have that? For whatever reason, that's when they say humans are kind of defective. We are. That's part of it. Man, don't let that pull you down ever.
Yeah.
That ought to make you feel better.
Yes, sir.
That lets you know that you've actually achieved an upgrade. Like you've leveled up when you start hearing that stuff.
Mm.
Don't ever think anything other than that.
I feel. Do you see it too? I think in the military community, I could just assume, but like a lot of that when people do accuse or you ain't no cowboy kind of version of whatever that version is for you guys, like that. A lot of it might be their pride and ego speaking out, like
Dude.
specifically.
Man, I'm a SEAL. Every branch of the military talks smack on us.
Right.
And we don't have to say anything. That's how you know where you're at.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Like, it's not the SEALs walking around talking this, that, and the other. When the other one's like, oh, well, we're better at this, or we do this. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah. Because that one of those
I don't
CS
have to say that because we already know it.
Yeah. The C.S. Lewis book that I was talking about earlier, before we turned the cameras on, Mere Christianity, there's the chapter in there where he talks about pride. And one of the first sentences, he says, pride is competitive. Pride is competition.
Yeah.
Not all competition is necessarily pride, but all pride is competition.
Correct.
So like another branch of the military might see that you've accomplished this thing
Bro,
or SEAL, and they're
you guys that pulled my
competing.
ass off a freaking mountain were talking shit to me. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'd be talking shit too.
Yeah.
I was like, I know you were cussing me when you had to come in here and get me, bro. I get it. You're a badass. You came and got me. I gave him props for it. And then when the next day I was like, y'all suck. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
So I don't get my feelings hurt on it. This is tough love.
Yeah.
100%. And it's in every community. And what you were talking about, what C.S. Lewis wrote with that pride part is on point.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is too. Even in rodeo, like if somebody says JB's the GOAT, well, then somebody else is going to get all competitive about this person or,
How many does he want? Is he tied, Murray? Is it tough? It's like,
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't matter what arena that you're rodeoing in, whether it's in the military and the extra rodeo in sports, football, baseball. Excuse me. It's almost like we have that just so we don't kill each other. So you can that's how you fight. Fight like that.
So you said the fast helped melt your ego.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your ego now looking back at your time in the military? How
I know what you're saying.
How might this have affected you if you'd done the fast or had this same check before or during?
I don't know if that.
Yeah.
I needed to be that way, and everything that came with it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I had to think like that, act like that, feel like that, to be like that.
Mm.
To be like this and the way I am now and what I'm trying to achieve now, I can't hold on to any part of that.
Gotcha.
And when I was a kid too, I always wanted to be the grandfather that when my grandkids came over, they were like, well, I couldn't even imagine Grandpa mad. Like, wait, he was in the war? Remember those men you find out about, like when you're in church and you see them and they kind of,
yeah.
and then someone goes, dude, you know who that is? You remember what he did? Have you ever heard what that freaking guy went through?
Yeah.
You're like, no way. He's the nicest dude I've ever met. Yeah. That my chief is like that now.
Yeah, but I think with you, if anybody's sitting in church and they point at you sitting over there, I feel like 9 out of 10 people are going to be like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I got that
This
freaking
guy
angry look all the time. I'm trying to get rid
Yeah,
of
I
that.
could see that. Yeah, I get it. That checks out.
Like I said, later when I'm grandpa, it just starts early, right?
I mean, just like, even when you're smiling, it's just like, yeah, he's probably been to war.
Oh.
Nobody has to wonder who the toughest guy in this room is right now.
But it's there's those sections in life, man. You want to give your all in every part of it, whatever it was, whether it was that part or this part.
Mm.
And I don't think I could be very good at this part of it if I hold on to that part, like the violence and all those tendencies to action first kind of thing, as opposed to doing what we talk about with the scripture and talking about it and putting Jesus first and whatnot. I don't think I couldn't hold on to both of those.
Yeah.
I think I had to have the first one to get me to this point to be able to get through the fasting and everything.
Mm.
I had to understand that.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't want to regret part of your story.
Never.
Like that's what made you who you
100%.
are now. Yeah.
People ask me that too. Would you change anything? I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
can't. And then you start to look at it like, well, I didn't design it. I just had to go through it.
Right.
And
That's a good point.
you know what I mean? Like I didn't write the script. I just acted it out.
Yeah.
And now I'm in this part, and I'm sure that I'll feel the same way at the end of this too. I'm like, man, I did the best I could. I never tried to be anything I wasn't. Never tried to pretend to be to anybody I wasn't. I have been learning the entire time, and that in itself changes me as I go through this. But I don't have any regrets.
Do you plan on fasting again?
Yeah.
Are you going to do another 40?
No, one's enough. Yeah. I definitely do the 3-day though. And I missed the sleep. So that went away when I started feeding again.
Really?
Yeah. So I went from 100% completely balanced, 3 hours of REM, 3 hours of deep sleep. I think last night I got 23 minutes of deep sleep and maybe 40 minutes of REM.
Man, you didn't hang on to any of it.
Nothing. Not right now because all my systems are firing back up. So that's what wakes you up in the middle of the night. So if you eat a heavy meal before you go to bed, your body's still processing it. And if you put something in there that it doesn't like, that's when your temperature goes up in your body and it'll wake you up and you have to go to the restroom and then do all that. Well, I'm still introducing food into my body, like different types. And every time I put something new in there, it freaking jacks me up. But I'm almost through it, and I feel good. I'm getting some of my strength back. I can feel that. I haven't started working out again, but I'm looking forward to it. I already started walking 4 to 5 miles a day.
45 miles?
4 to 5. Yeah, 40 to 80 miles a day. No, 4 to 5.
Well, I thought maybe you meant 4 to 5, but again, we're talking to Marcus Luttrell, and you just fasted, so I got to make sure you didn't say 45.
Yeah, 4 to 5, and then
he goes on a 40-mile walk every morning.
Yeah, every morning, knock out 40 miles. No, it's but they said that was part of it. Like when you start to refeed.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me. I'm definitely gonna fast.
Just try it for one day.
Yeah.
And then when you get to day 2, to say, like, break it down to one. That's what I had to do. Remember, I told you that. I did like one day. Like, I can do this for one day. Because the hunger pain goes away, but the mental part's still there. Like, you're hungry, but the pain's not there. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
oh, for sure.
when you get in it, you know what I'm talking about.
I
You've
can
done
imagine.
it before,
Yeah, I've done the 3. Yeah. It was
and
tough.
knowing that you've already done it, you go back into it.
Yeah. I was working cows on the second day. I remember being miserable doing that.
Yeah.
On day 2, I was working cows. I was just like, ugh.
Because when you smell something, someone cooking steak. I remember day 2, I had the kids at the house, and they woke up in the morning and wanted cinnamon rolls and maple bacon. And I'm standing over the skillet cooking that maple bacon. And the oven's right underneath me too, with cinnamon roll coming out of there, which are probably the 2 best smells on the planet besides popcorn.
Yeah, no kidding.
When you're hungry,
Right?
And my mouth start watering, like my fangs came down, they dropped down a little bit, and I was like, "This is crazy." Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
freaking maple bacon and cinnamon rolls.
I feel like I know the answer because it's written everywhere in here. Never quit, but. We normally do. I want to respect your time, but we normally wrap up with life advice.
Man, the best one I ever heard, and I have plenty. Like I write every time I hear wisdom from somebody, I write it down. Every time I see somebody with white hair, I walk up to them in a restaurant, anywhere. But hey, man, can you just give me a piece of advice? What's some great wisdom that you've got going through life? I know you've gotten some. And my buddy one time, he's passed away now. His name is David Thornberry, one of the best freaking cattlemen around. You know,
he was here when we did our podcast.
Great freaking guy. And he would always say, "Don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff." And that was probably one of the best because it's funny to remember and it's true.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I can't think of anything sweaty I would pet, but don't sweat the petty stuff.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and don't go hug on anybody that's sick. Right
there, you go. Yeah, that was neat because he was such a good friend of yours.
Yeah, and
he was here during our podcast because he had wanted to meet me. It was an honor to have known him. I've got some. I want to say like my Cody Johnson doesn't live far.
Yeah,
I think he moved to Madisonville. He was closer to here.
Yeah.
But I think he was friends with him.
Yep.
I think he knew him. But anyway,
what's yours?
My life advice?
Yeah.
The quote that my pastor here lately, the last couple of podcasts, it was the quote from that pastor of mine that I kind of made mention of it earlier. I don't want to butcher it. Now that you asked me, I want to say it out loud. I want to say it correctly. I mean, God will always call believers to a task that is above their ability, so they learn to depend on God and give Him credit. You can't be both brave and safe, Brian Fisher. You can't be brave and safe. That's what made me. Yeah.
I heard said one time the safest places are almost always the most dangerous. It's what's living in there that keeps it safe.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yeah. Like this house being here.
If it's safe in there, that's because there's something extremely dangerous in there keeping it that way.
For some reason, when I pull into that gate, this is my third time being here, I just, man, you know what? I feel safe.
It's great back here, right, in Valhalla? As soon as you get through the gate, man, I don't let any stress back in here.
Yeah.
So,
but you're also very dangerous, so it makes it safe for me. Yeah, and you can fast for 40 days. Yeah. Yeah, food, yeah.
Yeah, when you eliminate that one, I mean, we don't have to put this in there, but like the body part testing, that was one thing, and then the food without for 40 days, man, that was a
body part. What do you mean?
Like the SEAL teams and Hell Week and like physically pushing myself and stuff like that, making it through that, testing that like the physical part.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then the 40 days without food was. I don't want to say it was the most intense one, but it was definitely the hardest one overall because it just, you don't have any concept of what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least with Hell Week and going through SEAL training, you got somebody else with you. You can talk to, there's SEALs around, you know, you can talk to somebody about it. When you're kind of in the unknown, it's different.
Mm.
And that part was tough to get around.
Yeah. But it's crazy to me that like it is voluntary, just like buds. You know, you can either quit or you can quit them whenever you want. And you chose not to.
Yeah.
On both of them.
Because the option was always there from the time I got up to the time I went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Food around me all the time, people eating around me all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still have to go to those charity events. At least Jesus got to go out in the wilderness, man. I had to go to freaking parties and fundraisers and everything in between, man.
I got this harder than you, Jesus.
Yeah. Sir.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
well, the devil, that's when the devil took him and tempted him, took him up and said, you can have all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're at your weakest.
Yeah. Dang. So do you feel like spiritually like you're there now? Like, can you hear God more
100%.
than you ever have? You have.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this too, man. You cut this out. You want to hear something happen cool to me?
Yeah.
Oh, on the last day. All right, so as I was going through, there were some actual struggles. Like I was like, God, I need a little sign. Yeah, you know when God gives you a wink, gives you a little when you absolutely know. So even with those, most people will still have doubt. Like, hey, I'm a believer. Help me with my unbelief.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Help me with my unbelief.
Dang.
So I was sitting there, and every time a temptation would show up, I'd start reading. But like I said, it's kind of vague, right? It doesn't have a lot of stuff in there. Like, man, how do I? So I just start praying. I start talking out loud. I'm like, God, I need something here, and just help me with this. And the feeling would go away immediately. And then I just kind of have that warm and fuzzy feeling going over. Last day, I woke up. And on my phone, I have all these Bible apps, like multiple. And they all send me these updates and reminders and, passages and gospel quotes and everything like that. Just happened to be about fasting. I don't know if my phone's listening to me or if it's just everyone was kind of getting one of these. Starts talking about fast. And then in it goes, okay, on the last day, God sent angels to minister to Jesus, take care of him, like patch him up and heal him up.
Dang.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
All right. So I'm reading that, and then I turn on the TV, and in the morning when I do my meditation, I listen to the Word of God, I speak the Word of God, and then I write the Word of God. So I've written the gospel.
Okay. Dang.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sitting there, and I'm reading it, and it's that last day. Like, God, under my breath, I could use some angels down here to help me out with this freaking last day, man. I'm kind of struggling. Please. Moreover, I went like this. I was like, where the hell are my angels at?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, you throw me something here. So I'm sitting there, and about 2 hours later, my nurse shows up to draw my blood for my labs to take care of me. Right? My wife had ordered her up to come in here and minister, take care of me. And I was like, oh, that's cool, God. Thank you. That's on point, man. Wonderful lady, like a sweetheart. She comes in and she's real compassionate. She's like, have a seat, this, that, and the other. I've known her for a while, but she shows up. She starts to draw my blood. And I'm like, all right. The thing about it was, man, she walks in with her grandbaby. It's not even 1 year old. Got her on her hip. And she's got her bucket with all her stuff, my lab work and all that stuff. She's got to draw my blood and everything. She's got this kid on her freaking hip, man. And I'm just kind of looking at it. And she's like, sit down. And I sit down. And she sits down with the kid. Beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, man, you want to put, with the kid, man. What you freaking... Melanie walks in, my wife walks in, and she sees the baby. And she freaks out. She loves babies. She's like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. You mind if I hold her? And my nurse goes, oh, absolutely. Hands her over to her. And Melanie's walking away, and she goes, oh, what's your baby's name? And she goes, Angel. And I was like,
dang.
Okay, God, thank you. That's what I needed. I needed to hear that.
Dang.
So yeah, that happened.
That is wild.
On my last day.
Dang. It's crazy to me. I feel convicted, like those winks that you get. And then like somehow we tend to want to forget them, and like, it's like, and then we got to like ask for another wink.
Another one. Yeah. What is that?
Right. I don't know. Yeah. It's also wild to me that this Bible talks about fasting, and then now all the science is catching up, and everybody, and you experience the actual benefits of it, but this science is like, hey, fasting's like really good for you.
It's great for you.
And then it's almost like God's like, oh, yeah.
It is.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's a self-help book that's been road tested thousands of years, but every now and again we're like, oh, we can do it better.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back in it and be like, come to find out, man.
Yeah. There's probably a couple generations back, they're just like, yeah, we got to fast. Everybody fast. That's you do.
That's kind of what we do.
And then here we are. And
it's almost like it was so common. It's, the most common things, we don't talk about them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how spectacular is the fact that we have astronauts They go into space, but we
Right.
don't really talk about them that much.
Yeah.
It's not on the front. I mean, but we have spacemen.
Yes. Spacemen.
So like if something happened to us, and then a couple generations, if they look back on us and be like, wait a minute, you guys had people that go into space. Why wasn't there any written? Why don't y'all have this? Wasn't it everywhere? I don't know.
Wasn't this everywhere?
Yeah, why isn't it
That's
everywhere?
a good point.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, and it's this exceptional thing that we do. We go to different planets. We're on different planets now.
Yeah.
And we live in space. But you don't ever talk about it. It's like nerds, something. I don't know. It's just like we just don't talk about that when it's great. And I think about that when it comes to the past. It's like some things are just so normal that they didn't bother to do that.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a whole lot too in y'all's military, like, in the SEAL teams. It's just like, y'all were doing such crazy stuff every day that nobody even talked about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a real thing.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine just the stuff y'all saw day in, day out and nobody ever talks about. And then like to somebody like me, just a cowboy who starts reading these books, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. You got to think the environment dictates that too.
Mm.
And that's one thing about the movies. I'm like, hey man, them guys weren't really dying.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't act like that because you don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
You're kind of guessing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've actually been in something or environment brings that out of you, and there's also emotions in your body that you've never felt before, ever, because a situation has to pull those out or activate those.
Dang.
Like your body can do some crazy things that you will never know about unless you get into a place where it brings it out.
Mm.
It's an amazing phenomenon. It's like these bells and whistles and these capabilities that are in there that lie dormant,
Yeah.
waiting for certain time periods, for certain things. Maybe you'll see them, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll run across somebody who's actually activated those things. Some of them are so extreme that they won't ever talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do talk about them, you can't believe them because you've never actually felt that. And to truly believe something, you have had to feel it.
Yeah.
It had to be at me like, oh, you ever run across somebody and say something and be like, I know exactly what you mean.
Right.
And you can feel that in their voice. I mean, it's like a hit you in the soul, goes past your chest and hits you. Like, hey, bro, man, I know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. And war in itself is so abstract, man. And we try to avoid that on all costs. But when we do get in it, and then if we stay in it, it perpetuates itself. Like I did one thing, man, you can bet your butt the guys that came after me, the young ones, trying to outdo us.
Mm-hmm.
That's just human nature. Because I remember we came after the Shields and the Storms, but the Vietnam guys were ahead of us too. And then the World War II guys, the Korea guys, we heard all about them.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't want to let them down. So we went as hard in the paint as we possibly could in every scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Probably didn't have to do that, but we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so they would look back at us and be like, you did right. You did good.
Yeah.
That's all we cared about, really.
I bet there's plenty of people that are going to, right now, that are going to do that.
Yeah. I'll run across them all the time, bro.
Yeah.
I expect that, actually. I expect them to be team guys.
Yeah.
I tell them that too. It's like, hey, when you get out, man, it's different. You're going to slow down. You can be boring like me. That's fine. But know that I love you while you're in. I want you as extreme as I want you on the edge where the demons live. I'll pull you back when I think you've had enough.
Dang.
That's how I want my SEALs right now.
Yeah.
When if they've got that trident on their chest, they better act like that.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't want no pussies in there. I don't want anything like that. That's why that thing exists. When you get out, then then we'll calm down.
Yeah.
But if you try and be calm and live in that lifestyle, you will die, or you'll get people killed, or it'll ruin itself.
Ooh.
That's why you got to volunteer for the Navy, then you got to volunteer again for that, and then if you go into special programs like Dev Group, then it's a volunteer again. Like hell yeah, you better act a certain way. A lot meaner and crazier than I am right now, or ever was. That's just the way it is, man. That's how we survive.
Yeah.
Because the enemy gets stronger and stronger. They don't get weaker. And you got to have strong men to protect that. Period. Somebody tells you differently, trying to sell you something or whatever.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I'm glad I don't have to. I mean, I think the guy in me is always constantly wondering like how I would have performed. But regardless, at the end of the daydream, I'm just glad that you guys did it. I'm glad. I'm glad we have men that have done it and are doing it. You know,
Freaking best guys you can even. I mean, it's so much fun doing that job because of them. Like that's why you take the pain. That's why you do all that craziness, is so you can be around that caliber of human being.
Yeah.
Just to watch them do some stuff and listen to what comes out of their mouth. You want to talk about laughing? I've never laughed so hard in my entire life than I was when I was in the teams.
Yeah.
When you're standing there and something crazy happens, and people start talking about what's on their mind.
Yeah.
Dude, you be like, how do you come up with that stuff?
Yeah.
And laughing in the most horrible environment imaginable. And you're in there just laughing like you can't believe it. The enemy probably thinks we're crazy.
Yeah.
Man, these guys are laughing. We're in there killing them, and they're just having a great time with it. Like, yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Do you miss it?
Every day. Every friggin' day, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that ever goes away. I don't know if I'd want it to go away either. I mean, I understand that I've accepted the fact that I can't do it anymore. I can't be like that, but it's just like the athletes miss the sports. The guys who play football, they miss it every day. It's just like that.
For me, I think that like the rodeo side of things, like the chute's about to open. There's fundamentals. Like on a bull, for instance, you got to go to the front. Well, it's counterintuitive. Like you want to go away from the horn, but you're supposed to go to the front because they're moving forward, and you got to counteract that they want you back. Because if you go back where your intuition wants you to, then they kick and you get launched forward and whatever. The point is I feel like maybe the draw to what you guys are doing is like it's counterintuitive, and you're winning a mental battle, like to walk forward towards a fight. And then to survive that is probably a high that no drug can compete with.
That's definitely a drug. Yeah, adrenaline. You feed off of it for sure.
Because I feel a little bit of that, like when you have a successful ride, it's like you overcame your intuition. Like a normal person is scared and they succeed to that fear, they give up, but I went against it. I executed the fundamentals. I rode this horse to the tune of whatever points.
Yeah, but you guys also have something we don't have, man. What's it feel like when you cover and people and you come off and people are cheering? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I mean you can. Yeah, I mean after a second it comes back down. You know,
you can hear again.
Yeah, and as you progress through the sport, you can hear certain things during the ride.
Okay.
Your first however many, you don't hear them.
Nothing, right?
But I remember bucking off in Liberty, Texas. I was about to win the bronc riding, I think. You know, I was making a good ride, and there weren't that many guys entered. But it's in October, and that horse was going across the pen, and they played the song, I Can't Feel My Face When I'm With You. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. And it was like 6.5, 7 seconds, and I was like, that's weird. Because most rodeos, they play kind of the same playlist, you know, to a point. And I was like, they don't play this during the bronc riding. The horse changed the leads because he got to the fence, and I just bucked off right there at like 7 seconds. But I remember thinking that during the ride, like, I can't feel it. And it was enough to distract me. But I remember I remember thinking like, man, it's 8 seconds. Like,
was it a good bucking horse too?
Yeah, he was all right. He was okay, you know, but I remember thinking early on, I would have never heard any of it, you know.
But I'm talking about like in those arenas, like at the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come
that
off,
place is electric.
It is.
I can't imagine
Houston.
what it feels like to play there, to ride
Houston,
there.
man, when you come off, when you cover down on something and everyone's cheering for you, and it's got to make it worth it.
Yeah, I only rode there once, and it was during a time where I couldn't hear anything. Like I was too.
Yeah, it's got to be like a perfect drug, because like on a drug you got the ride, right? So when you're in the middle of the ride, a drug can either buck you off, and then the whole crowd's like,
yeah.
Or it's a good ride, and then the drug was awesome, and then it gets even better.
I think that's a good way to describe it, because the high is, for me in my mind, like you conquered, you won.
Yeah, that. And then you come off, that's not during it, it's when you come off of it.
And then when there's, 7,000 people that agree with you,
yeah,
yeah, you did win.
When does that ever happen?
Right. Yeah, I guess that is one benefit to our game compared to y'all's. Like, you didn't have all those people
Nothing.
in those
No.
firefights where it's just like, hey, good shot.
Yeah, we don't have that. Matter of fact, you're usually getting your ass chewed out when you get back. Even if you did something right, you did something wrong in the way we do business.
But you probably felt it inside.
Well, you get back, and then you have your chief. You got squared away chiefs or LPLs. Be like, oh, that's good shit. It's good shit. No one's looking offline to walk up and give you the
Yeah.
and that's all it takes from one of them guys. You look up to him, hard charge.
Yeah.
Chiefs just freaking crusty. Be like, it's good shit. It's good shit. And then for whatever, it's like yes,
That's it.
That's all it takes. But I couldn't imagine. Like at football games, I was at one the other day, man, and then this is a phenomenon too, right? You're in a stadium, thousands of people, everyone's cheering it, and in half a second it goes quiet. And then you're like emotions in those things change within seconds. Passes caught, a passes drop. People cheering, it's the craziest thing, man.
Well, JB worded this feeling a little better than I have, but in line with what you're saying, talking about like when your chief or whoever said good shit, like JB said, I did enjoy it when the stands would go wild, but what meant the most was when he turned around and the other guys that do it for a living were impressed.
Right.
That's when he felt like he had
Has
done
to be
something.
right.
Yeah.
So
I imagine it's the same thing.
when your peers give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm curious if when he walks into an arena and people are cheering for him when he's hadn't rode, if it's the same feeling as when he hears a cheer after he just covered something. Like
There's got to be a little bit of encouragement.
It's got to be different, right?
Yeah. Me having never bucked off, I couldn't tell you. But I imagine like...
yeah, of course. I mean, not knowing what that feels like.
Not knowing what that... Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Just couldn't tell you. But no, like I imagine it's got to be That's good shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the guy to ask.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got to feel
With
certain.
100% confidence, too, you deliver that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the wrong podcast, man.
Yeah.
This comes right after you told the story about you bucking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's in the bronc riding.
He didn't get bucked
Yeah.
off. He came off of it because the song sucked.
Yeah, the song sucked. I didn't like the music. I hate
The
that
song
song.
sucked, so I got off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was in the bronc riding. Those happened occasionally then, but it's the bull riding that I mastered. That's why I rode broncs, was to just like, hey, I got to try something new.
I tell you what impressed me one time about you. I saw you run in on a bull when somebody got hung up. I think it was a kid got hung up.
yeah.
Man. You freaking rolled in there on that sucker.
Yeah, I mean, I knew, so it's a
You
fear.
could see
like,
that happening, right?
Sorry?
When they were getting hung up, you could see that. Is that why?
Yeah.
You got in there pretty quick, man.
Yeah. So there's two ways to get hung up, like with your hand.
Yeah.
But when you're hung up by your hand, your head's up.
Right.
And you can get to your feet. And so that's a little scary. But when you hang by a spur, you're dragging and your head is down and you're helpless.
Yeah.
With your hand, you can jump up even, a bullfighter will help you. But again, your head is fine and your neck. But when you hang up by a spur, if somebody doesn't help you, then
God help you.
God help
God
you.
help you.
And so that was just, to me, I was like, and I've hung by one of my spurs. I know what that feels like. And so I was just like, if we don't help this man, he could die.
Yeah. I remember when you did that.
And that
You could
was,
see the look on your face.
yeah.
I guess all bets were off when you were up on that head.
Yeah. I need to, if he gets hurt, I need to get hurt with him.
How about that for the love of a fellow man?
I don't feel it often, but I felt it that day.
Like, I don't think those clowns get enough respect.
Oh man.
Like, maybe they shouldn't dress up like clowns.
Right. It's very,
Angel wings
Kinda-
and a halo on them.
kind of throws you off on,
You know what I'm talking about? That's what they need to walk around in.
yeah.
Because they ain't clowns. Them
Yeah.
suckers are legit.
Yeah.
That's, man, I love watching them at the
There's about 15 or 20 of them going right now that are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah. That's my main complaint with the Cowboy Channel during the NFR. After the bull rider comes off, the camera will follow the bull rider.
Yeah.
And the bullfighters are like, no, I want to see what they're doing.
It's like watching a hockey game and then coming off the fight. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
show me the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they have the GoPros on or the live cams, like the ref cams for football
They should do that every rodeo.
for the clowns? You know
They
what I
should
mean?
do that every rodeo.
We have the tech.
Yeah, we have the
We got the tech.
we have
now.
the tech. Why are we not doing that?
Yeah.
Cowboy Channel, do that for us. Call it the Marcus Cam,
Note to self,
the Marcus Luttrell and Dale Brisby Cam.
because that'd be pretty intense.
Yeah,
Because you get full view of the bull rider. Put one on the bull looking back at that sucker, and then one down looking at him, and then on the clowns for sure.
especially during the finals.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it if you skip every,
God,
mesquite.
dude, they should broadcast that thing on every outside TV in Vegas when that thing's going down.
Yes. You've been out there during the NFR?
100%. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you didn't call me, so I just thought
You were there.
Yeah.
You didn't call me.
There you go.
Are you going up there for SHOT Show and
No, I don't think so. I've got some sponsors hit me up, but isn't it soon? Like
January? End of January.
okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Are you?
I hadn't been in a couple of years since quarantine.
I
Actually,
bet you see a lot of your old buddies there.
Yeah, that's where I go.
Yeah.
You can't see that place in one day.
Right.
Can't see it. Can't see it in the whole time you're there. I don't think.
Right.
It's so big now.
So big. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
This has been, if the audio cuts off, or I'll be mad, but just for me, this has been always like so inspiring and motivational. I love it.
It's always fun.
I love it.
But man,
So anything I can do.
on y'all's success too.
Well, I appreciate it.
What do you got coming up?
A big wave of the things I've been able to accomplish started when I went on your podcast. Like that, it's a moment for me personally, because I started with your book, and then also just in my path. Like I think, yeah. Anyhow.
Well, you need to thank the missus. So everyone loves my wife.
Yeah.
She's a powerhouse around here, man.
She said
my
we
co-host?
Yeah. She said we need Dale Brisby on, and you said who? Never heard of her. Never heard of her.
She great? What movie is she in?
What movie is she in?
Yeah, Mel's all about that, man. She hooked that up, but yeah, great job. What do you got coming up then?
A lot of these, and my show on YouTube, Rodeo Time, like is what we call it, just like things we do around the ranch.
Right. I know about that, but you got anything new cropping up in that head of yours? You're gonna
just more of this, to be honest. Like
there's a time for everything.
Yes,
so
sir.
you crank that thing out and you do this part, get the word out, and then something else. I imagine you probably come on somebody's show and they'll toss an idea at you that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah. Well, the reason I feel inspired about my future in my path is because the thing that drives it, which I believe is the podcast and the vlogs, those are the things I enjoy doing the most right now. Like, I mean, this right here, I get to get pretty much life advice from, Mark Luttrell for 2 hours. And so I think, man, maybe my audience can enjoy that also.
Yeah.
So like my podcast guests are people I'm interested in.
Sure.
And then the vlogs, like the Rodeo Time show, we've done 470 episodes, and like the one coming out
That's a lot, man.
is we took some bulls to Billy Bob's, and I got a new bull. We went and bucked him at JB's, and then I took him to Billy Bob's. That's the last episode. And that's just fun.
It's fun.
That's so fun. 30 minutes. It's a 25-minute episode, and it's just and people like watching it, and I like filming them. And so my 2026, I'm going to try to do as much of those as possible.
Like a rodeo tour. Like these are the best rodeos in the country.
There you go.
I wish they'd bring Huntsville back.
Well, they might have just moved it. I know, because it used to be like around Easter.
The prison
Ish.
rodeo?
Oh, you're talking about Angola, like
Huntsville prison. Yeah, like Angola. Like I'm
Okay.
talking about straight up prison
thought you were
rodeo.
talking about
Them
Huntsville.
dudes are out there in the stripes, and it's,
Yeah, okay.
They got a money on the bull's head.
They do need to bring that back. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about just Huntsville PRCA. I was like, yeah, Stay Smith puts it on.
No.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm talking about old school.
Gotcha.
Like,
That would be a good episode.
man,
Maybe I take bulls to it.
did you talk about it, like history of rodeo, the history of all these, and
I've
what's
not ever
around?
talked about that, but we should. Yeah.
That's how you get people interested in it. When they learn about it first, then it kind of gets
Yep.
in there. like the history of it, why we do it, what it's for. And is there anybody doing a big ride, like a horseback ride across country?
The only thing I've done, I did, how far could I trot bareback? And I think it was 21 miles.
That's a day's ride back in the day, right?
Before my tailbone just give out.
21 to 30 miles?
21 miles.
Yeah.
That's
a
my
ride,
dad
right?
said that's why towns were 30 miles apart, because that was about a day's ride.
And fires too, right? You can see a fire?
Maybe. I haven't heard that.
That'd be interesting. You grab a bunch of all your celebrity friends, do a ride.
Yeah, that would be cool.
See what's just like, hey, you want to see if you're a cowboy? I'll throw you up on a horseback. We're gonna ride across Texas.
Problem is, all you guys are so busy.
Plan in advance.
Yeah.
Especially your podcasters, because then every podcaster could have their own camera on. So it'd be like their own podcast.
Hey guys, I'm going to do this for you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw a video of some boys riding across. They were pushing cows too. Some Aggies.
Oh,
Yeah, they made a documentary about it.
yeah.
That's right up there. You should know the guy.
Unbranded.
Is that what it's called?
It's
That's
horses.
Right, yeah. Horses. Oh, horses. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbranded. Yeah, I need to meet those guys. People bring
Apparently,
it
that
up.
was a hell of a time.
Yeah, sounds like it. I think it was like Mustangs that they broke or something, which that in and of itself is a feat.
I met one of them kids. Well, men now, but
Yeah.
when you do that, you're a fucking man.
Yeah, we talked about going on like 100-miler or something like that here or there. Yeah.
3-day fast, do a three-day push.
The thing I've done, and my biggest episode this last year was there's a team roper. His name's Derek Begay, and he's Navajo and out in Arizona, from Arizona, and been to the NFR 12 times now. But he'll go out a few times a year and catch these maverick cattle on reservations. Like there'll be cattle out there because there's hundreds of thousands of acres on these reservations. And so they'll go out in, and it'll be like a hunting party, and they'll they rope them, tie them down, cut their horns off, tie them to a tree for a day or two, and then they come back and lead them out, these wild mavericks. And Cole went, Donnie went, we all went in February, and we made about almost a 2-hour little documentary of it, and that was our biggest episode of the year.
You ever read that book where it talks about how the Comanches used to break their horses?
Mm-mm.
They throw a rope around them,
Uh-uh.
choke them out, breathe back in their face, and then that was it. That's all it took.
Sounds awesome, but I don't.
They could like 100 a day.
We should try that.
You probably couldn't get away with that today.
Yeah, the choking them out part.
On choking them out, they wouldn't dig.
Yeah.
But
YouTube.
that was crazy, right? They would do that.
Freaking YouTube.
And apparently, the way they used to ride too, the Comanches,
Bunch of
is unbelievable.
snowflakes. YouTube, not Comanches. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Cole the other day, and he was like, "Shut the F up." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I was talking to my dog.
You shoot your bow from horseback?
I haven't, but that's a good idea.
What about pistol? You shoot from it?
No,
Rifle?
I've not before.
And that'd be like a horseman camp.
Pig hunting from a horse.
Dude. Rifle and bow from horse on a pig hunt.
That's
Now that, come on. Like you spend the first 3 days in camp learning how to, or depending on how long you could do it. Get good at that.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
that's a good one. You got all these ideas. I'm glad we're videoing this. Let's go back and watch Marcus's podcast.
So that'd be fun, man.
ideas.
Hell, I'd give you thousands of acres to roll around on my place.
Golly,
They're friggin' out of control right now.
pigs are.
Man, friggin' South Texas black
I've
bear,
roped
man.
one. I've roped a few horseback. Yep.
How was
Like
that?
out in a wheat field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just got to be careful. Like when you get them around the neck, and then like it'll go down. They
'cause
they kind of got to have
snap-
tusks.
Tusks, right?
If they have tusks, it'll stop there,
Yeah.
or heal them. I've healed them.
Yeah, they're kind of designed to get away.
They're designed to get away.
They are, man. The way they're
We
built.
caught one an episode before last. We were bucking at the house, and Kevin was in the back pens running the D-rig shoot. And I was like, "Kevin, what's that noise?" And he was like, "There's some pigs back here." Because around my place at headquarters is bull wire, where it's like little bitty triangle wire. And so those pigs will get in there and they can't get out. And the moment he said there's pigs back here, I knew in my soul we were going to catch one. And we took off running, and the cameraman was like, "They're gone." I said, "No, they're not." Sure enough, we got him in the corner. We still have him. He's alive.
All right.
Yeah, pig dog. That's what we call him. Pig dog. Had him for 2 weeks now. 3 weeks.
Yeah, we
It's
went
a good
up
episode.
to the ranch the other day, man. I come around the corner right before we got to the house, and I thought it was a herd of cattle out there. Must have been
Dang,
50
that
of them.
many.
Yeah, they're bad. We hadn't been on them. We sold some of the property, so they've been kind of moving in. You know, they get brazen.
Yeah,
If you're not on them.
right. Yeah, when I lived in this area, College Station area, for like 10 years, like I ran a place up by Franklin, and cockroaches.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way, on your Aggies.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're doing great. You going to game tomorrow?
Really good. No.
Miami.
Yeah, I got that friend's birthday party.
Man, he doesn't even like you.
That's true. But my hope is, because going to this birthday party, he will. Fingers crossed. This is the one.
This is it?
This is the one.
What'd you give me for my birthday? Ta-da.
Ta-da.
I'm here,
Yeah.
big dog.
Yeah.
Here, if you need something to take him, pull something off the wall.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Where'd you get this eagle statue? I stole that out of Marcus Luttrell's podcast room.
It's a great story. I got this for you, though. This is why you can't believe what I went through to get this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to come take it back.
Yeah.
So he might want to hide it.
Just put one of those Apple trackers on the bottom of it. And just freaking.
RodeoTime.com is the only website that should exist because it's the greatest apparel line that has ever existed. So go there now to get a t-shirt, a hoodie, a cap, a vest, whatever it is you need. Go to RodeoTime.com, old son.